is Fam Sunday. Hey, ain't gonna be but a few more of these before we get right into preseason. Count them. This is the last Sunday of the month of June. How many Sundays are in July? Because as far as I'm concerned, as soon as they come back from vacation, football season's on. Preseason means all as much. Well, it doesn't mean as much to me as, of course, the season does. I mean, to you either, right? But still, it'll be time to roll, baby, roll. First year of relevancy could be ours. Oh, I just can't get it. Okay. Let me calm down. I've had a lot of troubles calming down. You know, between now and the playoffs, we may have to be. Who was that? Who was that? Was that Daniel Andre who suggested we take certain drugs to calm down? Was that? What was his drug of choice? Daniel Andre, we're still waiting for you to call, man. Anyway, there are 5 games that are key to the 49ers playoffs hopes. And congrats to Marquise Goodwin, the NFL's fastest human. That's why I love this dude, man. Anybody that knows me, man. I mean, I've been telling people, you know, every time I see somebody say something about, well, we can get rid of Goodwin. No, we can't. So, you know, Goodwin's my dude, man. Always has been since he first arrived. But we knew about the results of the race yesterday, but the details were slow coming out. Keith won the 40 yards of goal sprint like I predicted. Probably maybe you did too. He won that. It's a $1 million prize. He did that by outracing Panthers cornerback Dante Johnson. By 0.5 seconds in the final of the 40-yard dash tournament in Sunrise, Florida. Now, if you were like me wondering what happened to Ted Ginn Jr., I couldn't find any results of where Ted Ginn Jr. got smoked. I kept looking around. I was searching like, what happened to Ted Ginn Jr.? Come ask you, what happened to Ted Ginn? He's the one who started this BS. Where is he? You can stop looking, fam. If you didn't know, TG Jr. did not even show up. Ginn simply didn't even show up. I mean, the races started and Ginn was not there. I'm not in the stands. Event organizers had enough advance notice, though, to replace Ginn with Broncos running back called Fani Muhammad, who actually made it to the Final Four of the 16-man event. The more important question here is whether organizers did anything to spread the word that Ginn wouldn't be attending after they knew he wouldn't be attending. Anyone who decided to buy tickets to the event or to the $39.95 pay-per-view specifically to see whether Loudmouth Ted would win this thing would have solid grounds to demand a refund, especially if they made the purchase after getting canceled. You know, one thing about Ted Ginn, boy, Ted, man, you ain't got no shame. You calling everybody out and you don't even show up? Are you kidding me? And also, I heard Ginn had gotten some challenges when he first started out with that $10,000 reward if you beat my butt. Ginn wouldn't even respond to people from what I'm understanding. What's going on with Ted Ginn Jr.? Okay, hey, no effort was made to let people know Ginn wouldn't be running. It's unclear any effort had been made to let people know Ginn wouldn't be running. Because the event simply didn't create enough organic buzz. Event organizers who decided to keep the names of their investors secret told Sports Business Daily that they aren't super focused on the amount of money that will be made. And they will regard it as a success if we just execute. They did, but without the one name that was the most likely to draw eyeballs and interest, especially, boy, Ted, man, come on, man, you coming out there talking all that smack. What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing. Which in the end wasn't actually a bad thing for Ted, who gave up a slim chance at winning at $1 million, but who avoided putting at risk the $2.5 million he's due to make this year in Nolans, along with the $1 million signing bonus proration he arguably would have had to give back to the Saints if he had blown out an Achilles and missed the 2019 season. So Ted pretty much at the last minute made a business decision. If you talk to Ted, that's what he'll say. But you know good and well Ted knew he was going to get his booty whooped. I don't know why he even got started with this. What if Tyreek Hill would have said he was coming? And I already know Marquise Goodwin was going to whoop him. So that was going to mean Ted was going to come in best. At best, he was going to come in 3. So I don't understand it. Anyway, When the Niners play the Panthers, you already know Jackson will be in charge of attempting to hold Keys down. Boy, Keys, boy, that boy ain't slowing down. Anyway, fam, I ran across my main man, Peter Panassi's article of some games the 49ers better not lose if they plan on going to the playoffs that I wanted to talk to you about today. 49ers have a fairly difficult schedule in 2019, yet there are some must-win games standing out if the Niners intend on making the playoffs in this upcoming season. Last year, the 49ers arguably had a much easier schedule than they do this year. First of all, the Niners made just one trip to the Eastern time zone, while this year will include 4 times going east. I mean, even I gotta think about that for a minute because I've been gung-ho the whole time, and I still am. But I don't like the time zone thing. And for the final 5 games scheduled against teams which made the playoffs last season, the regular season schedule. It starts with Tampa Bay. We play the Bucks. We play the Bengals. We play the Steelers. We get the bye week. Come on back with the Browns. Rams to follow after that. When you look at the order of these teams, it is a schedule that's not all that easy. It was never that easy to begin with. But, I mean, it could be a little tough. Washington Redskins is probably a relief. Carolina Panthers, I just don't know about them. They're coming to us, though, so it's okay. Arizona Cardinals. Seattle Seahawks, followed by the also Cardinals again, Green Bay Packers. I'm not afraid of Aaron Rodgers no more like I used to be. Ravens, I'm a little worried about them. Saints, seriously worried about them. Both those games are on the road. And Atlanta Falcons, you have no idea what the Falcons are going to be like. They've got all the guys. They've been together for a long time. Could time or interest finally have waned a bit? Or could it be picked up? Could the Falcons be ready? Come back and beat our old coach. The Rams, and then we end the season on the road with the Hawks. That early bye week of the year may not be a good thing, fam. Most teams prefer it in the middle of the season or later. This gives a banged-up squad an extra week of much-needed rest in normal situations. If the playoffs are a factor, the extra week provides added time for preparation and scheming. The 49ers won't benefit from that, of course, which puts them even more pressure on head coach Kyle Shanahan and his band of merry coaches to win some additional games this season, especially if the playoffs are a realistic goal. And they are! And some games should be easy. We know this. The Arizona Cardinals, who beat the Niners twice last year. Every time you think about that, it makes your skin just... They picked before we did in the draft, and they beat us twice? Okay. Anyway, the Niners got lost twice with. And the Cards, again, look to hold down the NFC West basement this year while being in a complete rebuild mode. Other contests are pretty much toss-ups. While some games, the 49ers will probably be getting no love from Vegas as far as the odds go towards them winning, we'll look at 5 games the 49ers must win this season if they hope to reach the postseason. Starting, let's go ahead with number 5. Arizona Cardinals, 49ers, please stop clowning around with those dudes. All right, 49ers need to win both games against the Cards. Of course, given the relative difference between both squads and where each is at in terms of their rebuilds. And we're in the third gear now. I mean, fam, you know what? Maturity's going to be fourth gear. This rebuild's over. Right? You're going to add a couple more pieces here and there, and somebody's going to fail, and we're going to replace them, This is the way it goes. But as far as the rebuild goes, we're way ahead of the Cardinals, all right? But the Niners' Week 11 matchup against Arizona is very serious for several reasons. For starters, the game takes place on a short week. The Niners will host the Hawks on a Monday night. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, to the 49ers, the team that's up and coming and really has aspirations going getting into the playoffs. The Seattle Seahawks, the team that was supposed to just lay down and die, is still alive. It's Monday Night Football. Oh, God, I can already feel that tension, man. Oh, the Niners will host the Hawks on Monday night in Week 10. The 49ers will benefit staying at home for both contests. But a short week is a short week, and it is not a favorable situation. Good thing it's against what should be an easier opponent. I'm already thinking, if the game gets out of hand early, so we're going to start with Jimmy G. Let Nick finish that game, coach. If you got you know what? If you got a 17-point lead or anything beyond that, put Nick in the game. I want some people to sit down and just roll it out. I want those guys to get as much rest as they can. Finish the game, and the Niners put up a sizable lead early. There's another factor, too. Week 11 marks the end of the line before a very difficult stretch of games the Niners will have to close out the season with. The Niners will host Aaron Rodgers and the new Green Bay Packers in Week 12, followed by the back-to-back road games against two 2018 playoff teams, the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. Ain't gonna be no sleeping in that whole month. The night for the game is one thing, but all week long, that's all you think about. You're reading every little article, man. You're just making you crazy. That stretch ain't going to be easy, fam. Ain't going to lie. You know it. If the 49ers are in a position to smell the playoffs entering mid-November, losing to the Cardinals this particular week is not an option and would put a huge strain on any playoff plans. And the mumbling will start. Boy, man, it was time to fire. Get rid of this, get rid of that. Fire the coach. Number 4, Week 8, Tampa Bay Bucks. Another must-win game for the Niners who start Week 1 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who went a miserable 5-11 last year. Fired head coach Dirk Koetter still managed to beat the 49ers 27-9. It's anybody's guess how Bruce Arians will handle his duties in Tampa Bay. I figure Bruce has still got to throw the ball, Bruce. Throw it way up in there. Everybody wait for a few minutes when he come down. I don't know if Adrian can do what Carson Palmer could do, but I do know if he thinks he's going to have him sitting back there taking his time to throw the ball, that's going to play right into the 49ers' hand. So please, Arians, please, go that deep ball as much as you can. Please, I'm begging you. Hey, sure, Bruce's experience played the 49ers, but not the 49ers. Not this 49ers team. He does not. Last time Bruce beat up the 49ers was back in 2017 with the Cardinals, and the 2019 squad looks way different than Kyle Shanahan's first year being in charge. That said, however, Coach Shanahan doesn't have the best record in September or on the road since his arrival in the Bay Area. Now, over the 2 seasons under Coach, the Niners are a combined 1-6 during the month of September. And during that stretch, Shanahan can claim 3 road wins, including a 2017 Week 17 victory over the Los Angeles Rams. B team! Oh. Coach Shanahan can't let that trend continue. The 49ers hope to make the postseason this year. And it goes without saying, if the 49ers want to be considered legitimate playoff contenders this season, they'll need to prove they can both win early in the year and do so on the road, with the schedule keeping them so much on that road. Beating hell out of the Bucs in Week 1 would be setting the tone right out of the gate. And you know what? I hope that the 49ers go in and blow the Bucs away in the first game. Some of us have huge expectations. I always go overboard. I'm going to admit it. I think the 49ers are just plain awesome right now. Defense is lit. Offense, as long as Shanahan and Garoppolo on the field, I feel like they got a chance in every game they play. I don't care who we play. And the number 3 situation is Seattle Seahawks. The number 3 must win on the 49ers schedule this season should be pretty important. There are so many factors and X factors yet to be determined, but this final regular season game against the Hawks matters for a lot of would-be scenarios. First, you and I both know the Niners haven't managed to win in Seattle since Alex Smith was quarterback. Way back, it's closing in on a decade since we beat the Hawks in the clink. That was 2011. And the 49ers-Hawks rivalry looks nothing like it did a few short years ago. It's time for that streak to finally come to an end. We have to stop losing in Seattle, fam. It's got to stop now. Week 17 makes sense as much as a must-win contest for the obvious reasons. It may very well be the determining factor in the 49ers' playoff push. Now, it's very possible both the Hawks and the Niners are vying for a playoff berth by the time Week 17 rolls around anyway. This must be a dramatic game of the year. Some of us aren't going to make it, fam. I'm going to tell you right now, some of us going to be in the hospital. I may be doing this program from the hospital with an intravenous feed going on and everything. Got the thing up the nose, trying to breathe with the oxygen. I can't take it, man. A wild card spot, maybe even the division crown. If the 49ers want to make the postseason, having to do so in a win-or-go-home scenario against a divisional foe, and with the backdrop and possibility of any length of losing streak on the road, would make this game absolutely necessary to win. I do not want to be the must-win. Where's my faith? I like to retract that statement. Let us go to the clink. Week 17. Both teams are already 10-5. Oh, God, the sweat will be pouring. At number 2, Week 5, Cleveland Browns, fam. The 49ers' second most important must-win game of the 2019 season takes place against the upstart Cleveland Browns in Week 5. The Browns have suddenly become the hot storyline of the season. It's the way it is, all but erasing an ugly history of being a perennial joke. Good for the Browns fans, but not at the expense of the Niners. Y'all ain't gonna be getting no reputation on us. Now, as I say, Week 5 is a must-win for this reason, of course, and there's more. And first, the Niners are coming off their bye week, which worries the hell out of me. This added week gives the 49ers time to nurse any early injuries while providing the extra week of preparation against a team few have any realistic idea on how it will perform. Because you know what? The Browns need to learn how to be winners. Now, Baker Mayfield is a winner. He's got that kind of mentality. He's got guys on the field like OBJ. I'm not going down through that lineup. It ain't nothing nice. But it's Monday Night Football. The first of the 49ers primetime games this season. 49ers should be pumped! You add to that, the Browns aren't enjoying any easy contests the week before Week 5 either. They have to travel to take on the Ravens, and that almost promises to be a tough and physical AFC North rivalry matchup. Baltimore will want to keep its foot on Cleveland's neck to secure the division, and the Niners could be a major beneficiary since they are involved in the equation at this particular time, or at that time. And besides, losing after a bye week is always not a good look, fam. The 49ers really have to get a grip on that. They have actually a history of coming back to the bye week looking like absolute ass. That's got to stop. That's got to stop. Even for bad teams, that looks bad. And we know the 49ers don't want to be a bad team in 2019. Finally, fam, the number one contest we have to see, the 49ers got to do it. Remember how Week 17 is a must-win game against the Seahawks I just mentioned, right? It's the exact same scenario against the Rams. The Niners have a few more wins recently against L.A. than they do Seattle, but the Rams, despite losing the Super Bowl to the Patriots in an embarrassing fashion, Rudy, all you Rams fans, you guys know you look like, let me get started. Let me go through they went over through a pretty large turnover of players this offseason, are still, for reasons beyond my comprehension and understanding, they're considered by many the guys to beat within the NFC West. I just don't understand. That could be cleared up, though, soon. I ain't going to dwell on it. 49ers did look horrible against Sean McVay and his company in both contests last season, but there were plenty of legit reasons they looked as bad as they did. And as most of those reasons have been dealt with. I ain't gonna make no excuses. I'm gonna keep moving. It's likely the Rams suffered some sort of post-Super Bowl regression in 2019, which could potentially open up the door for teams like the 49ers or the Hawks to make a legitimate run at the divisional crown. Now, this is kind of obvious. With a Week 17 road game against the Hawks to follow, that Week 16 home game against the Rams becomes extremely important. Given the Niners' history playing in Seattle and the prospects for a 49ers playoff push. Oh, fam. Ruminate on it for a second, but I want to get your help on this, too. Paulie from New Jersey sent me a note. He says, quick question, I love my Niners jersey so much, I only wear defensive players. I love the hard hitters most of all. I have Buckner, Bosa, etc. I really want a safety because Lott was my all-time fave. I had a Jacoski Tart, but now they have the new Vapor Elite. So, man, it's talking about $350 jerseys. So that's why I'm asking you, fam, because I made some suggestions to him, but I better, you know what? I better ask and get another opinion. So if you have an opinion about, since he wants a safety and the hardest hitters, right? Colbert, Tart, Exum. Fam, I got to tell you, out of all those dudes, don't get mad. You know who the hardest hitter is? It's the guy that got fined about 3 times last year. Do you know Anton Exum hits harder than anybody we got on that team? Just about. Exum hit guys so hard they didn't get up, and they fined him. Who else did that? I'm just saying. I didn't say get next to him. I said, wait, let me think about this for a minute. All right. He says, I had Reuben Foster, but don't even want to get into that. Been so busy with work, don't really know who we have at linebacker or defensive back that's worth spending $350 on. I just got Sherman, but he's a corner. I want to knock your socks off type of hitter. Please help me out. Fam. And you know I wasn't going to tell him, Jimmy, my boy J-Dub, because he's probably say something bad to me if I say something. Because I'm the only J-Dub person I know. Oh, well, we got a club, but we're a small unit. Miguel Cuevas! What's up? Kyle Baker. Hey, Ronbo, after Goodwin won a 40-goal run, is he officially the fastest player in the NFL? Damn straight. Now, Tyreek Hill wasn't there. But you know what? I got to tell you something about running races because I used to do it myself. You can run a certain time, but if the guy standing next to you is right next to you, it gives you can pull. I think it could beat Hill because Keith has got that mentality. Tracy R, what's up, not a fam? Danny the Loose Cannon Delgado. Big shout out from Michigan Go Niners. Hey, Danny. Brandon Long says, hey, shout out their VA checking in, man. Hey, VA in the building, can I get a Niners? Yeah. And Rod Manning, what's up, Rodney? And Miguel Cuevas, hey, Miguel. D'Angelo Carter, I need to sign Nick Bosa, much love. I know, man, I ain't even talking about it. You notice I ain't saying nothing about it. We got 3 weeks. They have to go through this. This is a normal thing. Much love, Nine Empire, 12 plus 4 or 13-3. That's the record I have, the 49ers. Let's do it this year. We are the original NFC West Kings. Woo! Hey, fam, let me say something real quick, too. If you get knocked off the phone, we didn't do it. I want to make that clear right now. The system sometimes does that. We would never take you off the phone. We would not do this. So if that happens to you, call back. Call back in a hurry. All right? Let me go to 903 Longview, Texas.
How you doing, Ronbo?
Hey, who is this?
This is Bill.
Bill. Hey, Bill. Wild Bill. Am I right?
Yeah, from Kansas, yeah.
Bill, you sound so quiet and sedated and under control. That girlfriend has done she's made a change in you. She must be a Texas girl. Hey, Bill.
Nah, I ain't got nothing. Like I said, I'm listening to you predict the schedule. Tampa, we ain't got no worries. The Bengals, we ain't got no worries. Pittsburgh, they're kind of in a wreck with the loss of Antonio Brown and Bell. They just put it together, so we ain't got no worries. Now Cleveland, I agree on that. Cleveland Browns, they're coming up from nowhere.
Yes.
As far as the Rams, they're going to be in a Super Bowl hangover from the loss. I don't think we got to worry. Redskins, I don't know. The Panthers,
and they're coming to us.
And then the Cardinals, I don't know. Depends on if they keep the pieces they got, they might be trouble. Seattle.
You think so? Because I'm worried about that quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing. I don't know how he's going to do in the NFL, but I know how he did in college.
It's not the quarterback. He's got help on wide receiver for. He got our guy, King Butler.
I know, and Larry Fitzgerald.
He ain't no joke.
You know how he loves beating us.
You're going to see a team in action. That's going to make you pull hair and say, why didn't you pick him up?
Bill, let me tell you something right now about Hakeem. He will be contained that game. I got people back there now. Hakeem is going to think about going back to school after that game. All right, go ahead.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. That's all they got. So, he might be released in the preseason at the end. We might get a shot to get him. So
yeah, you never know.
So I can't call that one.
Hakeem's your guy, huh?
Then you got the Packers are still on rebuild. Baltimore, I'm not even worried about the business. They're not what they used to be. Now the Saints, they're going to still be good. Yeah. The Falcons, they're not what they used to be. They were good because of Shanahan. Shanahan's on our team.
I know.
Why are we sweating that?
I like that.
So and then we got the Rams. We got them. Now Seattle will win one out of the two. I don't see us beating them twice.
I wish it'd
What
be at
honestly,
their
I'll be
house.
more.
But I don't mind losing to the Seattle Seahawks this year in San Francisco. But don't go to Seattle and lose to them. I'd rather see them sweep the Hawks. This would mean we have arrived. But don't lose that last game, Bill. That's what I'm worried
I
about.
want to see us. I want to see us go to the Super Bowl.
I do too.
It's time. It's been a long wait. It's been, ups and downs. We should have been this year, but we got Garoppolo hurt. Everything happened. As long as we don't have a cheap shot, we shouldn't rush him in.
Yeah.
Let him set through the preseason, see how he does. Check him out, see if he's ready. You don't want to put him out and get completely hurt to where we lose him.
Well, he's not going to play in preseason, except for that one.
Yeah.
Was that week 3? Yeah.
So and our first game is in Dallas. I hope we win. Just win that one. We can lose the rest. Just win that one.
Yeah, Bill, they're not going to sit. It's going to be CJ and Nick. Jimmy be out there for like 2 snaps, and he'll sit. So Nick
What
can
we
beat
need to
him.
do is find out the kinks. We need to find the kinks that were hurting for Garoppolo and put it together. And defense, like I said, Sherman's going to be 100% healthy this year.
Mm-hmm.
And, all those people talking class, he's done. He's finished. He ain't what he used to be. Well, guess what? What they're going to do when he does that signature move? His signature move.
Bill, that's good right there. Whatever you're doing right now, do that because you're coming in loud and clear suddenly.
Yeah, signature move with his mouth when he tells the crowd he's silent.
All right.
When he intercepts, we got hope. If we go to the NFC Championship.
Bill, are you moving?
Yeah, hold on a second. Give me 1 minute. 1 minute, and I will be in a better place. Hold on, just 1 second. I didn't expect you to know this quick. Is this better?
Yeah, no, this is good. All right, go ahead. Finish that up.
I hope we meet the Cowboys in the NFC Championship.
Wouldn't that be fun? And then they could stop talking about Dak Prescott, as some folks in Texas are saying. Dak Prescott's got a better record than Jimmy G's better quarterback, dude. What? Oh, and I can't say nothing because he does.
I'm going to put it like this. Garoppolo with Tom Brady successful.
I agree with that.
And I don't know. Garoppolo will be better than Tom Brady.
I agree. Bill, Bill, we're out of time. I'm going to tell you what, I'll be back tomorrow night if you get some time. Get on back in here, will you?
I actually got a phone now, so I'll be back
noticed.
on tomorrow.
All right.
And I'm looking forward to talking, and I'm going to read some more in, and hopefully we have the pieces together. And by the way, how is Bosa? Is he out of his injury? The best time I read.
Nick's probably been all right for a long time. The 49ers are not going to take any chances. That's a first-round draft pick. They're letting him rest all the way up. He'll be back in 3 weeks.
Good.
All right.
Good.
All right, Bill. Let me see tomorrow, fam. I'll be looking for you, all right?
All right, Gil.
All right.
Nice.
Say.
Good night, fam. And then check out Anderson. Anderson, come on in, man.
What's going on, Ronbo, man?
Oh, Anderson, man. I'm looking at all the toss-up games. It used to be Anderson. It was assumed we was going to get a whooping every week for the past 3 years. And now, ain't nobody quick to say that no more. And if we win the games we're supposed to win, shoot, the 49ers have put themselves in a great position to kick some butt. Get to the playoffs, that means they know what they're doing, Anderson. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, hey. See, I wanted to talk last night. You know what I'm saying? But too many people from the side said I call tomorrow night.
Yeah.
But that bastard Nate Burleson, for the first time, he did say something right. He did say something I like. He said he was doing 49 West. He was like, okay, with the Cardinals, with the new system, it's gonna take him about a year or two. I don't see him. He said I don't see the Seahawks doing anything. The Rams, they might go back, but the 49ers, they're gonna be out for blood. So you got to watch them. You goddamn right, motherfucker.
Anderson, wait, Did that happen? When did you hear that? Was that Friday?
It was either Wednesday or Thursday.
I got to go back and check that episode.
I caught Good Morning Football at about 8:00.
See, because I don't watch every morning because it gives me in a bad mood because I know Nate gonna say something to make me mad as hell. But I'm gonna go back and check that out.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did say that, and then I diagnosed the first game. I diagnosed all these games. Man, they all talking about our front seven. They all talking about our defense. They talking about our defense.
That defense is lit, Anderson.
And I'm looking at like, man, if Barrett get right, even though I take a Kello back there with Tavares Moore and Sherman, yes, yeah, don't throw that football. Don't throw the football. It's gonna be the 49ers, the defense, what it was, 89, the 90, the 89 defense is gonna be we bet it's gonna be and we come with blood. And this is the thing right here. These fucking Cowboy fans, they all over. I'm in the street right now. Matter of fact, one just passed me, waving this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm standing outside. I'm like, man, fuck y'all, man. and they hear me. They know. My cousin right here, he a Bronco fan. He like fuck them too. You know what I'm saying? He down with me on fuck them too. Yeah, I'm hollering at Ronbo, baby.
Yeah.
You say y'all did you before or something. But anyway, bro, I'm looking at Jimmy. I'm looking at Jimmy G release. Man, this dude released, man. Hey, man, 2 seconds and the ball is gone.
And sometimes less. Jimmy don't fool around. And that's why they got all them fast receivers, Anderson. So G ain't got to do nothing but put that ball in the spot. They'll go get it. Yeah.
Yeah, and with Debo and Hurd, and I'm like, man, don't get rid of Bowen. Put that boy. I like my boy in the number 2. I like him in the number 2.
And but wait a minute, don't forget about Dante. You gotta ask for Dante. Dante could be.
Oh yeah.
Dante could be the child of great expectations this year. So.
What if they just decide to put Debo at the number 1 and put Pettis at the number 2 for a couple plays?
It's going to be a Z. It's going to be a position thing anyway, either side of the field. If you got them both on the field at the same time, you got any number of choices to put in the slot too. You can put Debo in the slot if you want to, and you put somebody else on the outside if you want to. Because I like putting Debo in the slot, putting Dante, Keese, any number of guys on the outside. Yeah. Man, you got George Kittle on that line too. Yeah. See that? The options are endless.
I had to defend that. My partner had posted something with George Kittle on Facebook, and one of the Cowboy fans who we always argue with jumped in it. I say, man, set a new record with a third-string quarterback. Get the fuck out of here.
No. And CJ was involved in some of that yardage, too. What if Nick would have played all year and CJ didn't? Ain't no telling how many yards. Kittle could have went crazy. Oh.
We might have could have went to the playoffs and surprised a lot of people.
Because we wouldn't have lost 2 games. But you know what? We wouldn't have got some of the people we got in the draft. Because if we don't lose 2 games to the Cardinals if Nick Mullins is playing. See, and that might have ruined things.
Nah.
As far as the draft, that's what I mean.
So we finna do some damage. That's all I got to say.
We got full agreement there. Yeah. There's too much firepower. See, it used to be everybody, y'all delusional. No, we ain't delusional no more, baby. No. That's legitimate juice out there now.
Yeah. And don't then that backfield, like I had said. With Coleman and Breda, ain't no stopping. And then you got what's up? Is McKinnon gonna play or what?
Well, we're gonna see how he feels if he's healthy. The punches in that backfield are just endless, and you don't know what's gonna happen at any given moment. McKinnon,
and
Coleman, Breda, all of them tough.
And as far as as far as the rest of the coaches, I think Pete Carroll, you need to put the straight jacket on with that same chewing gum you've been chewing for the past 30 years. Who was that?
You talking about
That fool
Coach?
in the Rams with the Rams.
McVay.
Yeah, I'm talking about the coaches. Yeah, McVay.
Yeah.
Sit your sister ass down. You sit behind our coach. Sit your sister ass down. You ain't learn. You got more learning to do.
And stop trying to steal Kyle's style.
And the other motherfucker, you just come from college. How you gonna bring some college shit to the NFL? Man, stop
it. That's Cliff Kingsbury. Anderson, we're gonna stop. I'm gonna see you tomorrow if you get some time, huh? You can say hello to your Broncos cousin. Is that cousin? Say hello to your cousin for me.
Yeah.
And continue to snare and snarl and flip off them Cowboys.
Oh man, that's all day. Oh yeah. You know, yesterday I was going to the store and I happened to see some, and they already talking shit. They got the flags on their trucks and everything already. One of them was leaving his refinery. You know where I stay. So I'm following that. I chased his ass down. I was like, man, fuck them Cowboys. I ain't doing shit, man.
Anderson, you have a good time, fam. We'll see you tomorrow. All right.
For sure.
We got a lot of people living in cowboy country. You know this? Salazar!
Ronbo!
Sal! Man, Sal! The pressure's on. We're in June, barely in July, and we already know who we better not be losing to. It's gonna be tough to sleep tonight, Sal.
Oh, losing is not an option, Rombo.
It's never been, but you know what? This year's serious. What do you think about them 5 games? And anything else that you think is going to happen on the schedule this year that could be pivotal?
Very pivotal. I think we're going to be playing against some teams that we haven't seen in a while, like the Steelers.
See? Yeah.
We're going to be going against some real tough teams. Yeah, that whole division, whether it be the Ravens, the Browns, we're going to see some real tough opponents that are really going to help us as 49er fans kind of, it's going to set us straight, you know? We have these high expectations, Rombo, no doubt.
Yep.
I myself. So we don't give a fuck about the Rams, obviously.
for a long time,
when we go against,
yes.
So thank you. Well, but the sad part is, Rombo, I think honestly we are going to be one of them tough divisions that, you know, whether it be the Rams, the Seattle Seahawks, or us, we are a force to be reckoned with.
That's right.
Those are 3 teams that should not, as much as we are fans and we want to talk down on them, they're still kind of like, you know, the opponent that you better train for.
Because they know us. See, anytime you're in a division, you know each other. See, so that's why the Cardinals are the mystery team this year. But the Hawks, Rams, we know all about them. They know all about, well, they think they know all about us, but nobody can really know Kyle Shanahan, Sal. Kyle is like
the sad part
Houdini
is, Rombo,
what is it?
They have gotten the upper hand of us the last couple of years. And I think it's the turning point, though. This is our turning point. Like you said, we've had kind of our chess pieces fall in line for us because without those key injuries, we would not have Nick Bosa.
Yep.
We would not have, who else?
You know, the draft order would have shifted.
Who I believe
there may be a few guys who
is going to come back for us. Solomon Thomas is going to come back for us this year. I believe that. I think so.
I got faith in him too.
Something about. Yeah. I think Solomon Thomas is. I kind of relate to him a little bit when it comes to kind of like relying on kind of outside influence. With now better, kind of more marketable guys backing him up in our defense. Whether it be Quan, who was told to give a swagger to the defense, whether it be DeForest, who is unblockable, which is
and he
something
even says
he helped
so.
give to
unblockable.
all those things, Rombo. I'm telling you, like Solomon once had it in him, but once you get that swagger back, I'm telling you, he's going to come back. I
All he
believe
needs,
it.
get
He's
that
had
confidence. Get that
enough
confidence.
time.
Yeah.
I think so. It was a horrible thing to deal with, and I think none of us can even relate to that. Um, Once you come back from it, though, I think he's going to use it as motivation now, and I think he's finally used it as motivation at this point. Um, I have full faith in not only him, but whether it comes to Akilo Witherspoon on the outside. I mean, all these guys are going to have so much more opportunity because of all the pieces that fall in line. So when it comes to like losing is not an option, I think all of our guys kind of believe that at this point.
And they
The
know what
last
they're
few
aware
games
of.
with
That's
it,
the best thing. They know they're good. Yeah, that's what Kyle Shanahan
they
said.
know they're too good. They're too
Yeah.
good at this point, Rombo.
Yeah.
I think teams need to be on a lookout because we have blood in our eyes. We want kind of
It's
vengeance.
time. It's time. Been
We are
picking on
ready.
us, been beating up on us because we was like undernourished, understaffed. Oh, that's
But the
not
thing
the
is,
case
Rombo, we
now.
were undernourished and understaffed, and we still made it fun to watch
I know, right?
at times.
Losing, barely
At times.
losing.
At
Yeah.
times. At times.
Yeah.
let's
You know what?
let's
We
not.
got blown out by the Rams
Amen.
once. I think the second game was close, but they still beat us up. But look how they beat us up. Error, error, error. I said, come on, Niners, man, do you want this game or not? Remember that pass with the juice, and he caught it and fumbled it back to the Rams? I thought I was going to pass out. Juice does that a lot. Every year we've had him, he's done that at least once. Kyle,
Oh,
man,
dude,
I love Juice, but he has a penchant for making that
I want
one
to talk about
key
Marquise.
fumble. Oh, dude, please.
I want to talk about Marquise real quick. With him being the 40 yards of gold winner, and not only that, but I don't know, Rambo. I'm sure you follow him on Twitter and everything else, but he's a remarkable human being.
Oh,
He's
I love
very
Juice. Yeah.
he's very influential, and beyond the game of football, he is somebody that you can follow and kind of
He has a lot to
understand
talk
the
about.
true work
He's got a
ethic.
big mind.
Yes, he's
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
amazing. So I just want to say, like, I tip my hat to him because not only did he just put himself on notice, he put the 49ers on notice. The 49ers this year are nothing to kind of overlook.
Yeah.
If you think twice about us, we're going to come and we're going to take that W like Marquise did, and we're going to raise our right hand just like Marquise did halfway through that finish line. Because, boy, we see the end line. We've been hunger for blood the last kind of
It's
years,
it's called the
and it's
eye
taken a
of the
process.
tiger.
Oh, man. That boy was right next to a tiger. Did you see him?
I know. Keith is a very interesting individual. This is the kind of dude I like to sit down and talk to for about 2 or 3 hours. That man's his outlook and view on things
Amen.
is really
Amen.
interesting.
Amen.
Sal, we got to stop. Let me tell you what. Sal, get some time, man. I'll look for you tomorrow. Hopefully you do.
I'll be back tomorrow. Yes.
All right. See you
I'll be
then,
back.
Sal. Have a good night.
Rombo, may I say one thing?
Yeah. Here's to you, Sal. That was good. See you tomorrow, Vamp.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Take care.
And there he is, T Breezy, otherwise known as one half. Actually, there's no one half of the TNT. T Breezy and Trey now they've got a corporation building. Hey, Ryan says Lisa B's day can she get Niner style B-Day call? Trez, come on. No, Lisa B can. I'm gonna give her a Niners birthday too. Isn't Lisa B? Is she a Falcons fan? I can't do the Falcons. So Lisa, I can't do that. Okay, you know what? Just because Trez and Trez is my brother from another mother. I'm going to do it Falcons. Fam, understand, this is just a special favor. It'll never happen again. It's going to be odd. I don't even know if I can do it. At least I can't do it. Lisa, you know what? It's all love. It's about the Niners loving Lisa, even though she's a Falcons fan. All right? All right. Happy Niner birthday. Happy Niners birthday to lovely Lisa. Happy Niner birthday to sweet Lisa. Happy Niners birthday to Lisa. Lisa, he can take that back. He ain't talking to me. I ain't going to be like, little Niner birthday for me. Lisa, you know you enjoyed that. Happy birthday, Lisa, for real. And good luck to the Falcons. I ain't playing. Ooh, and all rise as the Honorable Rev 49er hits enters the building. Rev!
Ronbo.
Rev, man, Rev. Well, the blueprint's there, Rev. You know there's a path.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Hit it, Rev. Hit it.
Well, let me start it off. Shout out to my fam, worldwide, red and gold, 24/7, 365. Rep it hard, rep it good. Shout out to the man Ronbo, a.k.a. the 49er faithful voice.
Thanks.
Shout out to Lisa, whoever you are. Happy birthday.
Lisa, she ain't happy.
All that good stuff. All right. Well, now that I got that out the way. Family. Let's break down this. Losing is not an option. Where should the Rev start? Where should I start? I tell you where I'm going to start. I'm going to start by what we all believe in our hearts as faithfuls, and that it doesn't matter who you are. We are going to come and play. Everybody's heard me say it numerous times. We're going to bring the pain. That's what we're going to do. But let me go to the GOAT, the man, Mr. Bill Walsh. And we all know and love Coach for what he has inspired in this organization, what he has done for the game, what he has done to just elevate players to the next level. And Coach Walsh had a standard of performance when it came to the 49ers. And one of his standards, it really, really caught my attention. He says that you honor the direct connection between details and improvement. By that being said, losing is not an option. It happens. We can't win everything. There's nothing that's going to be perfect. But what we're not going to have is losing to the Arizona Cardinals twice.
Oh,
that
amen.
I'm going to say.
That
I'm going to say. Our schedule is brutal. Family, it hurts. It actually hurts, but I like it because we like the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Thus, we done heard all these people that constantly keep pissing on us, keep hating on us. Niners can't do this. Jimmy G ain't that. Blah, 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 blah. Like I said last night, keep adding logs to this fire. That's what we want. We want. You know, pressure busts pipes.
Yes.
Okay? It busts pipes. Do you understand, family? Do you understand? And I know you understand. But come week one, I feel bad for Tampa Bay. I feel so bad for them. Come week two, the Cincinnati Bengals Who's that? Well, Cincinnati Bengals. Are you serious? Okay, enough with that one. Like, I'm not concerned. Shitberg Steelers, I'm really not worried because they can't even organize a peewee football team right now. That's how dysfunctional they are. I do have a problem with the early bye. That kind of I don't like that. But hopefully that we come out of that bye, we still stay poised, we still stay focused because we have an objective in our mind, and that objective is just to come in here and dominate. That's just plain and simple. Come in and dominate. What I would like to see coming out of that bye is just the same team that was focused, that was energetic, ready to make things happen. The Cleveland Browns, they pose somewhat of a threat. They got a pretty nasty defense. I will respect that defense. They got a nasty defense. The offense, granted, you got OBJ, but you guys need to gel. And, that's 3 games into the season. You know what I'm saying? So you still got to gel. You know what I mean? To whereas we are already gelled, but we're just ready to go. So I expect a really good game against the Browns, actually. And we're at home. So, I kind of got this feeling because you come into our house and you're all hyped up because you're the Cleveland Browns. Well, we all as humans, take the Browns to the Super Bowl. That's how I feel about the Cleveland Browns right now.
And it's Monday night.
You
know how we do on Monday night.
And we know, and we know how to shine on Monday night. So you picked the wrong night to play the 49ers. Period. After that, we got the Los Angeles Lamb Chops. Okay, this is all I'm going to say. I'm not worried about them. I'm really not. You skinned by your teeth last year to win games, and then you got embarrassed in the Super Bowl. So I expect a hard game. I expect a fight, but I do expect us to come out, amongst the series of us fighting the Rams. We're going to split it. We're going to split it. They're not going to sweep us. They swept us for the first time in, gosh, how many years that the last time they beat us twice in the season. I mean, come on now.
Obama was in office, at least.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, hell, if you go back, the last 10 games against them, we still own them. So I'm not even really worried about them. The Redskins,
maybe even Bush.
I'm going to be at that game. So, I ain't worried about the Redskins either. Then we got the Carolina Kitty Cats. You come to our house, crybaby Cam. We're going to smack you around. That's that. We're going to get a W. Now, the Cardinals, I'm not worrying about y'all. You got to get your team together first. You got to get your team together first. That's all I'm going to say. You got to get your team together. The Seahawks, after that at home, I expect a good vibe. I expect a fight, and I expect a W. Because now we beat you already. So we already hyped and pumped about that one. So I think we can take that same momentum, go into it, and get you. Green Bay, it's Aaron Rodgers. I got to give him respect. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers, he does the damn thing. But Green Bay really doesn't have a defense. If we're going to force Aaron to beat us, we're going to force. We're going to have to, because we can put up points, we can put up numbers. It's just that's the game where I want to see our defense show promise, is against Green Bay, because Aaron Rodgers is a very difficult quarterback. Then we got the Ravens, another game that I'm gonna go to. It's gonna be a good game, but I think we're gonna edge them out. The Saints, that's gonna be a hard one. It's Drew Brees.
Yeah.
It's Drew Brees.
Oh.
Hey, tuck your skirts in, boys. Let's go. Tuck your skirts in. Let's do this. That's all I can say. The Falcons, I'm not. Y'all booty butt cheek. Like, we got Tevin Coleman. He about to embarrass y'all. That's all I got to say about that one.
Ooh.
Then we got the Rams again. Like I said, we're at home. That's going to be a fight. And then the last game of the season against the fuck out of fuck cock. Hey, all I want to see this year, like I've been saying, family, is 10-plus wins. Just as long as we can keep the series split amongst the piss cocks and the lamb chops, I think our chances will be good. I think our chances will be good. You know what I mean? So losing I'm not worried about losing being an option, family, because we have something on our minds and on our heart, and that's Quest for Six. We already did brick by brick and all that stuff, but now it's Quest for Six. It's Quest for Six, fam.
It's
Rev is
on,
telling
Rev.
you right now,
It's on.
it's coming. It's coming. That's why I'm not even fretting it. We're going to fight. We're going to come out. We're going to play. Yo, family, rep your red and gold. Pump it in your heart. Tell everybody, hey, if they a hater to the 49ers, just look at them and wave. Be like, ha ha ha. Because that's what we doing. That's what we doing. That's what we doing.
Oh,
Whew.
I love
So
it, Rev.
I'm not going to hold you up.
All right, Rev. That's
Like I
good stuff.
always say,
Yes.
in order to beat a man, you got to beat the man.
Beat the man.
Woo! The Nature Boy will be on Monday Night Raw. I love y'all. Be safe. Be cool. Rombo, thank you for letting us be the voice. The Rev is, I'm always pumped, fam. I see the comments and stuff like that. I appreciate the love. But, hey, the Rev, I'm going to speak that truth and I'm going to speak that gospel when it comes to our red and gold, because that's what I believe in 24/7, 365, 49 faithful till I die. Rombo, I'll holler at you. Love you. Peace out.
I'll be back, fam. I'll see you tomorrow night, Rev. All right.
No doubt. Peace.
And the Honorable Rev 49er Hits leaves the building. I mean, hey. Oh, wait. Hey, oh, I see. Hey, fam, we seem to have a lot of callers tonight. So if you don't get in tonight, please, we'll back tomorrow night. But don't be mad. and don't ask me around right away, because we're going to take you as you come in, because that's as fair as we can be, okay? Fam, you know what I'm saying. All right. Anyway, all right. Let me, hey, Will. I'm on there, Will.
Ronbo, what's the topic tonight, dog?
Oh, Will, we're looking at the schedule, and as I was saying, 5 games are must wins. Cannot lose to the Cardinals. Better beat the up and coming uppity Browns. Must also beat the Seahawks in Seattle this year. It's time, Will, to stop having them people own us. As soon as we get into the Seattle city limits, all of a sudden we become little women. And also, the Rams, it's time to put the Rams back into place and tell them things like when they come in, Rams, know your role and shut your mouth. And it's time for us to put that back on them like we have been in the last few years, up until recently. But, Will, those are the games that have to be won. Will, what is your prognostication on those teams or anything else you want to? And also, Will, I forgot to ask Rev, too. Who is the hardest hitting safety on this team?
All right. Well, first off, shout out to you, Ronbo, man.
Hey.
Appreciate whatever that you do, dog.
Thanks, Rev.
I'm gonna go ahead and get these first 4 games out the way to where the 49ers will be 4-0. Tampa Bay, I believe that defense is not gonna be as good as it was last year. With the pass rush that we have now with D Ford and Bosa and that front 7, we're gonna give Jamie with some problems. They got a new coach, Bruce Arians. That doesn't bother me at all that he's the coach. So, I mean, that should be a good game for us to win. We got the pieces for that. We got the pieces for that game, and we got the more offensive weapons now for that game. So I believe we're gonna win that game for sure. Bengals.
Will, I got a question for you real quick. Will Arians will he modify or alter his game? You know how Aaron loves a vertical game. Everybody go long. Wouldn't that be a serious risk? And I don't care about Mike. What's that wide receiver's name in Tampa Bay that's so good? He can go deep all he wants to. If Jameis is waiting for him to finish that route, he'll be a dead man. You know what? I think they're going to alter their concepts that game. Unless it's the first game, you don't know what to expect from the 49ers. But what do you think on that?
Well, Bruce Arians is known for that. NFL Network has already stated that Bruce Arians is trying to vamp that offense to where they can go long. They're already trying to get Jameis Winston down. They're trying to get deep ball down pass away. He can do that.
Good.
I believe the
Beat
pass
that
rush that we
ass.
got with D Ford and Bosa, we gonna stop that. He ain't gonna have to do that. The front seven, gonna be real violent and scary this year. I don't care what nobody says. That front seven we got is gonna create problems every play. So we may see it a little bit, but I doubt it. I seriously doubt it.
I'm hoping we do,
Um,
right? Because even
uh,
if he does launch it,
yeah,
I got bodies back there now can handle it.
yeah. Bengals, Bengals ain't nobody. They've been falling. They've been falling off the past couple of years. We should win that game. Pittsburgh Steelers, their defense lacked off as well. Ben Roethlisberger, he's not mobile, so we should be able to get a few sacks, probably several sacks on him when we play them. So I see us winning that game too. It may be a dogfight around the third quarter, but I believe that we can pull out in the fourth. The bye week, I'm glad that we got the bye week early, so we ain't got to worry about it down the line. You know, everybody says that we always worried about the bye week, but if we worried about the bye week, we ought to be glad that it's early instead of late during the season or like in the middle of the season. So it's best to go ahead and get the bye week out the way. So moving on to Cleveland. Cleveland's a Monday night game. You know the 49ers always shows out on
Like to
Monday
play
night.
Monday night. Yes, yes,
Um,
yes, yes, yes.
it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be
It
a close
is.
game too.
Yep.
But it's gonna be up to that defense to close this game out. So I'm gonna put this on the defense for the Cleveland game. Rams gonna be a dogfight. I believe the Rams will beat us in LA to give us our first loss. So but it's gonna be a good game though. Redskins, we're gonna beat them. Carolina, Cam Newton, with his shoulder and whatnot, he got to do a new routine with his arm. So he ain't gonna be doing what he was used to doing with his arm,
Yes.
like usual. So, but that's a game that we can't take lightly though. But I think we can
No,
pull that out.
they still got that run game.
Yeah, Arizona, the two Arizona games, we ought to sweep them,
Yeah,
no
come on
doubt.
now.
We ought to
Yeah.
sweep them. So
They
you
ain't
know what I'm
ready.
saying.
Huh.
Right, they ain't ready. They ain't ready. Green Bay game. We played a close game with them last year, but the thing was we couldn't get over that hump because of the pass rush, lack of pass rush. We got the pass rush, so I'm gonna put that on the pass rush to get Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is terrible under pressure. We got to get over the hump, especially with the offensive weapons that we got. We should get over the hump.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a close game too,
And got
but
better coverage. Got way better
yeah,
coverage this year.
yeah. So the additions that we got for the offensive defense, we should get over the hump in that close game as well. Ravens, I don't know. It's going to be a coin flip. That's going to be a good game too. I'm probably going to give Ravens beating us in a close game like that.
You know what?
Because
Remember
I
one thing
know
though.
Mosley.
Jackson's accuracy is not scary. His accuracy is that he'll take off and run, and Jesus Christ, he can run. If the 49ers can contain that, it could be tight. But go ahead.
Yeah. Let's see. What I got so far, 2 losses, right? The Rams and Ravens. Okay. Seahawks beat them at home. That's a Monday night game too. We're gonna beat them. Uh, let's see, the Saints. We probably gonna lose against the Saints. Drew Brees, man, that offense on fire. They on fire, man.
And they're
Michael
still
Thomas
mad
out
from
on board,
last
man.
year.
Alvin Kamara, man. They gonna get out there. So we may lose that. So I get that. I get that for L.
I don't know why we always have to play the Saints in New Orleans. How come they don't never have to come to San
Yeah, I know,
Francisco?
man.
Dang.
I know that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see the Falcons. Falcons. I think we can beat the Falcons. I think we can beat the Falcons, man. They defense took a step back too. Matt Ryan ain't the same Matt Ryan since Kyle left. So they really took a good plummet downwards as a team. So I believe we can win that game too. As a matter of fact, the Rams. Week 16, the Rams. We're gonna beat the Rams at home. We're gonna beat them. I believe we're gonna beat them bad too. I believe we're gonna beat them bad. I get it. You know what? I'm gonna get this a blowout game.
I like that. And Will, we gotta wrap it up. Give me that Hawks game.
Hawks game. We gonna beat them. We gonna beat them
in the
clean.
clean.
I think we're gonna beat them in the clean. I think we'll beat them at the clean.
Boy, you talk about a new era.
Yeah, I mean that's my prediction, man. I did say 11-5, but just by me doing my research on these teams last night, man, I believe, man, we probably can have a good record, man. I believe we can, man. I'm y'all can talk about me all you want to say. I'm in denial. I'm tripping. No. I'm crazy. But fuck you. I know what I'm talking about.
I agree. I'm telling you, the hardest thing about this schedule is the travel, Will. See, the teams we got now versus the teams we getting ready to play ain't a whole lot of difference no more. It's about a flip of a coin. We're going to see. We'll find out soon. But anyway. But, Will, I'll tell you what, fam. Hey, give me your opinion of the hardest hitting safety we got on the roster right now. Who comes to mind? Who?
Y'all may think, hey, look, I know I'm down bad on this boy, but look, y'all may think I'm crazy, man. This is the only time I'm gonna give this man credit. The only time in the world. This is my one only time you're gonna hear me say this. But the hard hitting safety I've seen play is J-Dub. Jimmy Ward, man. Jimmy Ward,
whoa! Bro. I'm gonna keep this clip. I'm gonna play it back later.
It's the only time. It's the only time I'm gonna mention his name. He did something good. Besides getting hurt all the time, that dude he'll pop you. Yeah. He'll pop you.
Jimmy likes the tape. He'll pop you. About it, boy. Will, tell you what, fam. Love your honesty on that one. I'll tell you what. Will just went ahead and said it. All right, Will. We gotta go though, fam. We're trying to get as many people as we can tonight. I'll be looking for you tomorrow. Okay.
All right, man. Shout out to you, Ronbo, man. Shout out to my fam, TNT, man. My player partner, Dre, Trey, Trez, Big Show, Jared Fresh, fuck the Rams, fuck the Rudy. They lost and they broke. All right, Ronbo.
Good night, Will. Oh, God. And Will, how's as cool as it gets? I know he didn't want to have to say that. Hey, Dre. Will's player partner.
Yo,
get him in here.
Ronbo, what's happening, man?
Dre, man,
what's happening with you, Ronbo, man?
Oh, man, just sitting back here tripping, man, because I read down through some things because I be studying this stuff all the time. And the key games to not lose. Okay, Cardinals have to be eliminated this year totally. You cannot let the Hawks continue to whoop our ass every time we go to Seattle. The Rams, anything less than a split will be not acceptable. And let's stop the Cleveland Browns and everybody else from talking about them like don't nobody exist. The world does not gravitate around Cleveland. But Dre, your observations on these matters. And the same question for you when you get through with everything else. Tell me, who's the hardest hitting safety we got? Somebody wants to buy one of them $350 elite jerseys, and we're trying to help him out.
Man, Adrian Colbert delivered the biggest hits I've seen out of our safeties, especially the year before last year. Hey, she knocked heads, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Man, that motherfucker knocked heads, bro.
Yeah, I could put him in the box, actually.
Yeah, man, that motherfucker knocked heads, man. You know,
there you go, Paulie. There's a vote for Adrian. There's a vote for Jimmy. All right. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead, Dre. Address that other issue.
So our record, man, in conference, I see us being 5-1. I see us splitting with the Cowboys. You know,
we don't play the Cowboys.
I mean, not the Cowboys, but I see us splitting with the Seahawks. I think we're going to sweep the Rams. I think we're going to sweep the Rams and the Cardinals. Like I said before, not having play action available for Jared. Play action golf is just it demolishes the whole defense with the pieces that they lost on defense, and then you bring in a slow ass safety like Eric Weddle. I mean, Jimmy G gonna be dropping bombs over the top of that boy all day, and as soon as he cheats and steps into the box, you know what I mean? It's gonna be everything out in the flats, and then he's gonna get shook up. You know what I'm saying? By Kevin Coleman or Matt Breed or somebody. Yeah, man. So you know what I mean?
I see that.
Yeah, I don't see that. So with us being 5-1 in the division, I see us beating the Buccaneers, of course. I see us beating the Bengals, of course. I see us beating the Steelers at home. I'm with Will as far as us starting off the season at 4-0. I think it's going to take us into a good start. I think we beat the Rams after the Browns. I think we beat the Redskins. I see us finally dropping one against the Panthers. Come back next week and beat the Cardinals. Manhandle the Seagirls. Beat the Cardinals again. I see us dropping one to the Green Bay Packers. You know what I mean? I just think that, when you go through a nice stretch of wins, you know what I mean?
Does that let
and Aaron
down?
Rodgers, of course.
I wish it would be at home.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I see us dropping that one. I also see us beating the Ravens. Then I see us dropping a game against the Saints. I see us having a little slip back and dropping a game against the Falcons. Just because they get Vic Beasley back and some of the guys that they also who was the defensive lineman, but McKinnon, I think the boy that was from UCLA, I think he got hurt and he was out for like the second part of the season. He was out for some games.
They had some injuries.
So,
yeah.
Right, and then they're going to have their running back to full health. You know what I mean? So I see us possibly dropping that one, but that might be one that we can go ahead and sneak by. But
Tevin Coleman's going to be a man possessed that night.
Yeah, most definitely. Then I see us go ahead. I say we're going to go 5-1 in the division because I just clearly want us to beat out everybody. You know what I mean? If it comes to a wild card chase.
True.
I don't see how we lose twice to the Rams. Even with them getting Cooper Kupp back, I mean, they just don't have. Jared Goff is a team management quarterback.
Yeah,
he's a management guy. He's not going to put up a whole bunch of 300-yard games, 3-4 touchdowns. That's just not his style. He's going to secure the ball to the running back. He's going to make sure that your offense is run correctly. He's going to secure the ball to the running back, get the ball out in the flats. He's going to check down, kind of like a Alex Smith. But then again, Alex Smith had 4,200 yards and 35 touchdowns with the Chiefs.
He changed.
Which Jared Goff will never fucking do. So he's not even really. He's not even really an Alex Smith type of running quarterback. He's just a check down guy who's going to make sure that he doesn't have that many turnovers as far as fumbles. He does. One thing I can say about Jared Goff is he does make good decisions, but he's a play action guy. With Todd Gurley, especially late into the season, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, which we played him in week 16. I just don't see how that play action is going to work against us. You know what I mean? That's just not going to happen. And then I see us dropping our final. I see us dropping a game to Seattle at Seattle. That 12th man. I went there. You know what I mean? Last year, matter of fact, I was on the Ronbo show with you when I was there.
That's
that 12th man is loud as a motherfucker, bro. So that is another game that I'm going to be attending. Up at Seattle because it's close to where I'm at. I'm in Portland right now. So, like I said, I see us splitting with Seattle, but I don't see the Cardinals beating us, and I do not see the Rams beating us, regardless if it's in Los Angeles or if it's in San Francisco, man. You got to have that play action working for Goff to be efficient, man. And we've seen it against the Cowgirls, you know what I'm saying? We've seen it against the Eagles. You have to have that play action working for Jared Goff, or you're going to have a 3 to 6 point performance, especially when you have a very strong front seven. And guys, I'm sorry to tell y'all, but if any of y'all who think that the Patriots front seven last year in the Super Bowl is better than ours right now, you're fucking crazy. You're crazy.
Good point.
Our front seven is better. I mean, Trey Flowers.
He's okay.
7.5 sacks.
Yeah, but
he went and got some money, but man, no, bro, that front seven is not messing with ours. You know what I mean? So, I definitely see us, having that 11-5 record, possibly 10-6. And like I said, man, I'm hoping for us to be 5-1 in the division. If we're not 5-1 in the division, I see us going 4-2 and splitting with the Cardinals because we know for sure they ain't gonna have no playoff run. Yeah. So if we split with the Cardinals, and we beat the Rams twice and we lose to the Seattle Seahawks once, which I think they're going to take a step back. us beating the Rams twice is what's going to catapult us into possibly the wild card.
There
So
you go.
I would much rather, drop a game against the Cardinals than I would, against
Either the Rams or the Hawks. I agree. Dre, we got
right. But just being realistic, though,
All right. Good stuff, Dre. I'll be looking for you tomorrow, fam. And Dre, last night,
Yes,
I meant
sir,
for you to
man.
take over while I went to the bathroom. I didn't mean for you to leave.
Bro, I got disconnected, man.
Okay.
I lost out on my little cameo. That's all right, though. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure everybody
It may happen
here,
again.
man. But
All right, Dre.
yeah, but man, gotta give a shout out to my player partner Will, my TNT fam, Big Show, Trey Trez, Horatio Flores, Bob Money, Nighthawk, Niner Empire Strikes. You know what I'm saying? I must say this: fuck JJ Dunn. You know what I'm saying? We don't mess with you. And fuck Texas Girl. We don't mess with you either. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be coming to our chats talking that crap. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get on your heads. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, good job,
All
Dre.
right, bro.
All right, fam.
I'll see y'all tomorrow, bro.
All right.
All right. Peace.
Yes, Dre, the chat enforcer. I love it. And, oh, yeah. Hey, James. Come on in, James.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo? How you doing, man?
James, you know, the path is there. I mean, we're like getting in the covered wagons and whipping them horses, rolling down the path into the promised land of relevancy. And you look at the road, it's paved with little obstacles that are going to try to stop us from getting there. And a lot of those games in our division, must wins. And a couple of games that we better win. When you look at Tampa Bay, James, if Bruce Arians thinks he's going to launch that aerial attack against the 49ers, I'm praying that is his game plan. Oh, Lord, have mercy. But, James, what is your outlook on this?
Well, I can tell you this much. Kyle Shanahan, going into his third season as the head coach of this team, you can pretty much believe he knows that we're capable of winning. But I can tell you this much. I think with Garoppolo being the leader that he is, you see what happened when he first went on the field, those first 5 games, how he just electrified the whole locker room and just kind of just everybody bonded together and just played lights out football. I think we're going to see that because I think they realize, the players, I mean, they're going to see it when they take the field, and I think they're going to be playing so aggressively on both sides of the ball, offensively as well as defensively. I don't think we lose to the Rams. I think we may split a game with Seattle, like the other caller had said.
I know
and I think
everybody agrees.
Yeah, and I got a feeling that Kyler Murray played in college with some pretty much kind of like vanilla type of defenses, and Robert Saleh's got some parts to work with right now. I mean, the players to work with to play a defense at a very high level. And I'm gonna tell you, I do believe this. We stay healthy, our defense, and be able to hit our stride. I'm going to tell you something. I think this team has the ability to be even better than the 94 Niners, bro.
Ooh,
and I mean, because it's so, that's some big shoes there now. But I just mean there's we're going into a third season with some young cornerbacks, and we got some younger ones now that, are going to, they're just hands down better than some players we've had. And right now it's what we've got up front defensively as well. When it all comes together, man, I'm telling you, it's going to be Shanahan has put together a team where he can beat you from so many ways.
Yes.
And he will look forward to, in the second half of a game, totally dominating you like you've never seen it before. Because I have yet to see a team being able, let me tell you something, every time I watch the Tennessee Titans, it comes to mind when I watch Derrick Henry run a big back, 6'3" something.
Oh, man.
Okay, 200 some odd pounds. But guess what?
I hate playing.
We've got a Jalen Hurd. We've got a Jalen Hurd that's 6'5".
He's bigger.
200 and something pounds.
He's
bigger.
actually bigger
He's
than him.
252.
If he puts on pounds like he did, he's way bigger than Henry. That's a scary thought.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think he's like in that 250 something range.
No, he's a little light
wrong.
right now, but I think the coaches might encourage him to get a little heavier because he came in around 225, 230. That's kind of thin.
And right, that is kind of thin for that kind of size. And I didn't know exactly what he weighed, but just assuming him being 6'5", but I still tell you
He
this
did.
once.
When he was at Texas, he was at 250.
Listen, that's a killer late in the game when you take. I'm gonna tell you something. I watched the tape on Caden Smith, bro. I think this tight end group we got, I think they could actually be better than Gronkowski when him and Aaron Hernandez were paired up together. When the Patriots won back-to-back ones, man, they were unstoppable with that passing game of Brady. Well, Garoppolo has got that now. Okay, and at the same time, how are you going to stop with those two tight ends in a game and Jalen Hurd in the backfield and he motions to one side with still Dante Pettis and either Marquise and Deebo Samuel?
Formula.
So how do you stop that offense like that? I mean, this is where Kyle Shanahan can kill you in the second all game long, period, hands down. And as far as our defense goes, I can tell you right now, Russell Wilson might have ran sometime in his life, but buddy, it's going to be a whole new episode for him coming 2019.
And he's gotten older and possibly lost a step, too. This is not the time when he wants to see this.
That's right. Jared Goff. We've seen how Belichick put the blueprint out there. He doesn't have Todd Gurley at full 100% no more. And I think that when you've got a great defense that can rattle him, he makes stupid decisions as a quarterback. And we've seen that in the Super Bowl. Somebody that's averaging 30-something points a game all season, and in the Super Bowl, you can only muster up a field goal. Well,
defense.
I'll tell you like this. I'll tell you like this. We got a defense that I'm telling you, and I say this with high regards and remember who we were back then. And I just think we could be better now with the players we got all across the whole team, offensively and defensively. Because back then we had nine players go to the Pro Bowl. That was in '94. Yeah. So, the year we won the Super Bowl and Steve won his first one. But anyway, like I said, I think right now, this team right now, I think it's a lot of proving that we're going to do as a unit, man, because it's all there. These guys are talented, physical freaks of nature that can play their positions at very high levels. And
got mud in their eye. James, let's go.
That's right.
Let's go ahead and call it a day. James, I'll tell you what, man. I'll be back tomorrow night. Continue.
All right, man. Look for it on Monday Night Raw. And once again, thank you for what you do. Niner Empire, I do believe that Saints game and that Packer game that we played for this season, that may be tough going, but I think we're going to get the Cam also. And who knows, we might even pull off one of them too. But I can tell you one thing. We're going to be a team to reckon with. You can believe that.
I fully agree on that.
So,
I tell you, whoa.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Ronbo, for what you do. As
thanks,
usual,
James.
at the ending, Niner Empire, Niner for life. This is our year, and it's our time, and we're about to evolve. Thank you, Ronbo, for what you do. Have a great evening.
Thanks, James. Have a good night. And fam, I'll tell you right now, we're not losing both of those games between Green Bay and New Orleans. You know why? Because that would indicate we ain't ready. I don't believe they're going to lose both. And I got a feeling it's going to be Green Bay in Santa Clara for some reason. I don't think Aaron Rodgers completely bought into the program, and Kyle knows LaFleur. Think about that. Linwood. Yeah. Come on in, Linwood.
Well, I think you mentioned Ronbo.
Yeah. Linwood. Hey, Linwood, and before you go, who's the hardest hitting safety? This is one of our family wants to buy a New Jersey. Who's the hardest hitting safety the 49ers have right now?
Toss a coin. Well, if I toss the coin, the hardest hit one we get, he gets hurt when he does it. That'd be Jimmy Ward. But
you know,
but if I want to put my money on somebody that can make that hit and stick around, it'd be Pop Tart.
Tart, you know what's so funny about Tart? As hard hitting as he was in school, I've not seen him explode on anybody. Not really.
Well, because he learned. He learned by what? Yeah, he learned by watching Jimmy Ward. He's like, yep, that's how you don't play the game right there. I got to stick around and earn my paycheck. I got to earn my paycheck.
I'm looking for him to knock somebody completely out. But you know who the hardest hitting safety's been last year? Remember, Exum got fined 2 or 3 times for excessive.
Culver's rookie year, he was a monster, but he hurt himself too. He broke bones.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe it's not a good thing. They're too small.
Yeah, for the kind of hits they're trying to deliver.
On the big guys. What about what's coming up with the consensus drafts? Jalen Thompson.
What?
Maybe a possibility.
Is it Jalen Thompson?
Yeah, Jalen Thompson just entered in. He was mentioned in all Pac-12. He can't go back to school next year. All Pac-12. Jalen Thompson.
Wait.
Might be an option.
No, is he a free agent now or what?
He's going to be in the compensatory draft.
Oh, I haven't seen the compensatory draft yet. Okay, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, he'll be the first one off the board for sure.
Most likely.
If anybody's off the board. Yeah, he was an all Pac-12 safety. But anyway, back to reality.
Because 5 games.
The way I'm looking at that. Yeah, the way I'm looking at our games, man. Yeah, it's like, wow, it's we need to come out of the gate rolling because that back 6,
tough.
Green Bay, Baltimore, Saints, Atlanta, and Seattle is tough.
And the travel is just ridiculous down through that stretch.
Yes, it is. We need to come smoking out that gate. Yes, we need to come smoking out that gate. And people are sleeping on Green Bay. We don't have no defense. That's all they did this year was draft defense and pull defensive free agents, just like we did. They're loaded.
But you know what? Here's the thing about that, though. Kyle Shanahan's dealt with defenses way better than what they got. I have a feeling.
Oh yeah.
We're never going to lose offensively. It's going to be.
Oh no, I know.
Can we stop the other team? Can our defense stop Rodgers? Yeah, you know.
Yeah, the last 2 years has been like that. Our offense is scoring with third-string quarterbacks, putting up 300 yards a game and making George Kittle look like elite.
That's Kyle Shanahan.
It's always going to be about the defense.
That's what he does.
If our defense shows up, it's lights out. Cameron, I'm going to get you Super Bowl tickets now because nobody can keep up with us.
And it don't matter who
the defense shows up, get your Super Bowl ticket now. I don't care who it is. That's just point blank. We're an elite offense, hands down. Everybody knows that.
But Linwood, who are some of the teams? Who are the teams that the defense will struggle with that you think they'll struggle with coming up next season?
Our first game, our very first game.
You think Arians? You think Arians is going to give the defense a hard time?
Because Bruce Arians always had our number. But Linwood, he's an offensive-minded coach.
I just want to say this though: Bruce Arians had our number with who? Harbaugh's teams and the teams that followed. Before that, and Arians didn't beat us every week even then, because we were beating them up during Harbaugh's era. We were going back and forth. Then after Harbaugh left, Bruce took over, and we haven't seen any victory against him since. But still.
Yeah, because of Bruce Arians.
Yeah. Well, you think that long distance, you think that aerial attack will still work? If he hasn't altered that concept any, Linwood, I don't know about going deep against the 49ers. I can't remember the last time we
beat Bruce Arians.
But think about this, though.
Remember, he's getting an elite offense, too.
You think the Tampa Bay Bucs are elite? Yeah, all right.
Well, look at all the points they put up last year.
Yeah, but look who they were
And the year
playing
prior to
against.
that.
Look who they were playing against last year.
I know, but yeah, and they spanked us last year. Although we were hurt and didn't have our starters in there. But they put a lot of points on
Ruben's
us.
in jail. The other guys we got up in front were inadequate. I mean, I look at all these things. The Tampa Bay, they did win.
It's all about our defense, Ronbo.
But I don't know if they can beat this team like they beat that team.
Oh, no, I don't think they're going to beat us by no measure. But I don't want them to sleep on them either.
Yeah, no, they know better than that.
Yeah, I just don't want them to sleep.
Aaron Rodgers and the Saints.
The Baltimore. Baltimore is going to be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baltimore, man. I'm more scared about Baltimore than the Saints in Atlanta.
Really?
Yeah.
How come?
They always have a perennial defense.
That's true. The defense is
And they
tough.
have a young, always. And they have a perennial up-and-coming offense. They got rid of all these people. It's going to be there. And we're playing them late in the season where they're going to be on the top of their game.
At their
That's what
house.
I'm saying. The last 6 teams, dude.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Elite. They're going to be at top of their game. They have plenty of time. They're bye weeks. Green Bay, Baltimore, Saints, Atlanta. Right before we go in to the Rams in Seattle. We could be banged up doing all that stuff.
That's true, but remember,
It's crucial.
At that point in the season, not only will they be sharp, but if the 49ers are winning football, they'll also be sharp. So it'll be sharp against
I
sharp.
agree. Yeah. I agree. That's a tough stretch, though. That's a 6-game stretch right there. That's like playoff games. All those are playoff contenders.
It's scary. Linwood, we're going to go. All right.
It is.
The phone's just jamming tonight. We're going to go ahead and Linwood. I'll be looking for you tomorrow night, all right?
We need to come out the gate smoking 7-3 on the first 10 games. 7-3, Ronbo.
Yeah, that's not bad. I could live with that. 7-3, 10 with 6 games to go.
Or better.
Yeah.
With the last 6 games, yes, we need to come out the gate smoking 7-3, 8-2.
8-2,
would be better.
In there. Yeah, no 6 and 4s.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah. All right, Linwood. I'll see you
Bravo.
tomorrow, fam.
Thanks for having me in.
Always.
Good night.
Pleasure.
Good night to 49er Empire. Ronbo Sports, hit those likes, everybody.
Yes, thank you.
I can't do the cheer tonight because I got people sleeping right beside me. Night, Empire.
Linwood's got to behave himself tonight. People got to go to bed. All right, Linwood.
Yeah, I don't want to wake the Cowboy fans up. Oh, God, there's Cowboy fans. Oh, shit.
That's it. They're going to rope and lasso you into that barbecue pit. All right, Linwood, have a good night. Oh, God. And let's go to 240 area code. Hello, who's on my phone? Hello, who's on the phone? Hello, hello. I heard it click. Hello, 240. Hey! And what is your name?
My name is Esmar.
Did you say, wait, say one more. Esmar?
I'm a first time. I'm from Maryland.
Maryland.
I go back. DMV, baby.
Yeah. But hey, give me your name again. Fam, your connection's a little hard. What is your name again?
Esmar.
Oh, Esmar. I did say it right. All right. Esmar, what's up, fam? Pleasure to have you here.
Hey, man, it's my first time calling out there to y'all, man.
Hey, appreciate it, fam. Delighted to meet you.
I'm pumped about this season.
I tell you, and you got a right to be, too. This looks seriously good. Strong at just about every position. Even the kicker, Esmar. Even the kicker. Except for Robbie. I mean, I should say the man who punts.
The punter, yeah, the punter.
Yeah.
He's a weapon, man.
It is.
He's a weapon.
People don't know yet, but they're about to find out. That's a weapon.
You know what I'm most pumped up about?
What's that?
Coach Shanahan. 3 years, 3 off seasons. He picked his own guys.
Yep.
He's ready to roll.
Mm-hmm.
He's ready to rock.
Mm-hmm. He didn't pick the guys everybody wants, but he picks the guys he wants. And that's the important part.
Yeah, that's the important part. I can't wait, man.
It's gonna be a treat, Esmar. 49ers, you'll see at the halftime, 49ers leading with scores like 24-7. And then, if you don't catch the 49ers in the first half, Shanahan seems to tighten up things. Remember how we almost caught up with Kansas City in the second half last year? Shoot, I don't know what Shanahan says to him. He must bring him in the locker room, cuss him out or something. Because they come out a different team in the second half most of the time.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that secondary gonna be bad.
Tell you.
While a good defensive front, don't matter who back there covering.
Mm-hmm. It really don't. And a lot of people still think the cornerbacks got to be grade A blue chip Pro Bowlers. No. We've seen this before, Esmar. Harbaugh didn't have no blue chip secondary, and they led the league in INTs one year. You need to have a front that ruins everything. And now, like you said, Esmar, anybody can play back there now.
Anybody. That what they say, that fourth quarter pressure, just as important as that pressure all game long. Third down pressure.
That's it.
You got to get off the field on third down.
That's it.
On defense.
If the running back can't get nowhere, the quarterback's under pressure, can't see who throw to, throwing the ball out of bounds, throwing the ball in the dirt, throwing it in the stands, throws at a receiver. Oh, Aaron, throw! 49ers going to pick that one off, and it's coming back down to 30, the 40, the 50. Oh, no. See, that's what you see a lot of when the front line is doing its job.
A whole lot of.
Yes.
Short fields, turnovers.
Yes.
I'm ready for it all. I'm ready to rock.
I tell you. God. Starting with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Good test to start with, because the Buccaneers ain't overwhelmingly tough, and they're not real weak. But they have really no reason to be scared of them.
No, not at all. Jameis Winston like a folding chair.
And you heard about they're retraining Jameis. Now you and I both know when you go to retrain somebody, how long is it going to take them to learn the training?
It's going to take a while.
I can't wait. Man. Fam, are you using Bluetooth, Esmar?
No, I'm not using Bluetooth. I just got a bullshit phone.
Okay. You keep up with that because your sound's not consistent. So you keep close to that mouthpiece. But Esmar, if you had to pick some games you think the 49ers might lose, though, who would that be?
I think the Saints.
Everybody does,
maybe,
including me.
Maybe the game in Baltimore.
Nobody likes that one.
We might split with the Rams. We might. And we might split with the Seahawks.
There you go. That's only 4 losses. So, how do you feel about the Hawks? Not the Hawks, but I mean the Falcons.
I think we can get them.
Especially at home.
Especially at home. I think we can get the Falcons because that offense, they did nothing to improve that offensive line this offseason.
Also, Kyle Shanahan knows Matty B, everything about him, how weak and strong he is. And also, everybody knows the Falcons, Matty, you know what? They got some good players. You do what Belichick does. You take Julio out the game and make the rest of them beat you. Can they do it? I wonder. We'll see. Because they ain't going to stop Shanahan from scoring. So I don't know what they're going to do.
And Matty Ice not good under pressure.
I know. He blew it in the Super Bowl. Everybody blames Kyle. But he was out there seeing ghosts. He wasn't trusting his receivers no more. He just really basically panicked. Kyle Shanahan should have kicked that ball. Okay, yeah, but he's supposed to do what he was doing all game long. Matty Ice was supposed to continue following the plan. They could have buried the Patriots. No. Ice chokes. God. That's all right. We'll get it now.
All right.
Esmar, appreciate you getting in here, fam, and don't be a stranger. Now, come back tomorrow night if you get some time, huh?
Oh, I will.
All right. Esmar out of Maryland.
One more thing.
Yes.
I think Jimmy Ward is the hardest hitting safety on the squad.
Yes. Good call. I forgot to ask you that. See that?
And another thing I want to leave with.
Yeah.
What is your saying? Niners!
Esmar, my dude. Have a good night, fam.
Yeah.
I'll see you
too,
tomorrow.
fam. All right.
Yeah. Okay, and this is good that Trez is here now because, see, Trez, that's 3. How many votes has Jimmy got? Job has gotten a lot of votes tonight for being the hammer in the safety corps. I didn't expect that and see that coming. I'm sitting up here talking about Antoine Exum, and people are telling me about my boy Dub. I was afraid to say that because, y'all, Rob, man, you and your biases about J-Dub is all the way out of control, man. That ain't the hardest hitting dude we got in the safety ranks. Trez, get on in here, man, and tell me about Lisa, too. Oh, put my music on. Yeah. Are we coming for you in 2019? We're coming for blood. We got all the pieces we need. You better look out now. Tell your mama. Tell your papa. We ain't playing no more. We the Niners. Trez, come on in here, man.
Hold up, wait a minute, Ronbo.
Yes.
Put some red and gold up in.
Give me that. Sprinkle that stuff everywhere, man. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Trez, I'm always delighted when you call Trez. We don't get enough of Trez. Trez.
Well, Rumble, I want to go on and get to the formalities of things. I want to go on and knock everything out the box real quick, real
All
fast.
right.
I ain't gonna hold you up. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna start. I got a couple public announcements I want to make real quick. First of all, first public announcement, Robert Gold, you are a damn kicker. That's all you are. Is a kicker.
I should have gave you an installment.
That's all you do is kick through the upright. That's what we pay you for. We pay you real good and real healthy.
Way too much,
you are
Jackson.
signing a franchise tag, Robbie. Get in, do your damn job. Do your damn job. Who you think you is? It reminds me of a movie I seen a long time ago, Ronbo. And it went like this. You say you pie-faced, fish-faced, possum-looking mother. Get your ass in here.
He sounds like Rudy Ray Moore on me, man.
So that's one public announcement.
Yes.
Second public announcement is stop with the J-Dub Bull.
I knew that was coming.
Your best ability is your availability. If you ain't available to hit nobody, Rumble, how can you be the hardest hit safety we got on the team? You ain't never available. You ain't been available in 5 fucking years since you've been on the team. How can you possibly be the hardest hitting safety?
But he was out there long enough.
Around.
He was out there long enough to get that
Who
opinion.
is? Rumbo, who he's getting the opinion from? Come on. J-Dub fan club, you got going on. The only thing,
didn't Will call it?
The only thing Jimmy Ward has been known to hit hard is the Gatorade jug on the sideline. Because he's drinking plenty of it. That's it. That's it. All right. We're going to move right along, Rumbo. We're going to move right along. I'm crossing off my list here. All right, look here, Rumble. Let's give a shout out. Let's give a shout out to Marquise Goodwin.
Yes!
Marquise won that $1 million competition, 40-yard NFL fastest person. He beat out that that cornerback who was talking all that mess.
For the Panthers.
I forgot his name. But Yeah. Dante Jackson.
That's him.
That's who he beat
That's
out.
him.
Yeah. He won. Marquise won that $1 million prize. So fastest man in there.
Because Jackson didn't know who he was talking to. Marquise will beat your butt, man. Don't do that.
let's give Marquise a big shout out for taking that $1 million on to the crib. You know what I'm saying?
He
So
probably
shout out to
donated.
Marquise. Now, oh yeah, he should. Now, Ronbo, and by the way, my hardest hitting safety is Adrian Colbert. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Adrian Colbert reminded me so much of Ghostin, because when he was out there, he was bringing the wood. When he played that first year up to, we know what he could get, his ability, what he can play up to. I don't know what happened last year, but the kid
He just had that sophomore slump. It's like Salah said, him and Akillo, they became them boy. I got this, boys. You know, you ain't got nothing now. Don't start. I got this, and just keep playing.
TNT always bring the facts, but we bring the facts. You know, Dre said it earlier, and that's what it is, and it's cold, definitely, without a doubt. So, Ronbo, I got something for you. My wild card this year, my wild card player that nobody's been talking about, that I don't even know how he's gonna fit into this scheme. It's Kyle Juszczyk. I don't know how the juice is gonna fit in. I don't know how he's gonna fit in, Ronbo, but he's my wild card this year. I feel like he is subject to if Kyle get very creative. You know, if most people, if we running with this three-headed monster that we should be running with, and you stick Juice in there, that's gonna take some. If we line up in that eye strong, it's gonna take some teams by surprise. Like, okay, and then we swing him out the backfield on a little swing out. You know what I'm saying? Because he can catch out the backfield. He can catch big time out the backfield. Numbers weren't great, but it looked good. He had 30 attempts for 324 yards with an average of 10.8. Longest was a 56-yard run. So, hey, I think he's going to be a wild card for us this year.
I agree.
If Kyle uses him correctly.
And he will. That's why he went and got him. He had all kind of plans.
So the rushing, we didn't need him to do no rushing, even though everybody went down, but he only had 8 attempts for 30 yards. So
I don't like him doing that anyway. I'd rather him use as they use him.
He's a true fullback. Yeah. We got to get creative with him, though, because he can catch out the backfield. So, with that being said, and then Solomon Thomas, of course, the train. I'm always on the train, going to be on the train. Look at here. We drafted him, and we utilized Solomon wrong. But a lot of people, let me say this, and I said this once before, why are people coming down so hard on a man that lost his sister? Losing a family member as close to your sister, your mother, your father, that is something detrimental. I don't understand why people are so heartless and coming down on him like they are. You know what I'm saying? Let me see you lose a family member like that, and you be
continue to carry on as usual. Yeah,
right, and to carry on as usual. That's not gonna happen. That's just not gonna happen. So y'all need to really check yourselves on coming down on Solomon Thomas like that. If you want to come down on anybody, come down on Eric Armstead. Been here forever, ain't doing shit.
Yeah, you couldn't think of anybody else besides my boy Eric. Trez, you ain't right, man. Here comes his partner. Boy. And I got to tell you something right now, Trez. Eric Armstead's going to be a force this year. Man, come on, and I do love Solomon Thomas, though. I ain't got no problem with him. I don't know about your partner, though.
Now I'm gonna bow down and let my partner take over from this point on. TNT is in the building tonight. The whole fam. Let's go.
Trey from VA, one part of the TNT Empire. Hey, Trey.
Finally. And I do mean finally. Feels like a family reunion up in here. Shout out to my partner. It's been a long time, partner. Thanks for calling in, brother. Brother Ronbo.
Yes.
How you doing, man?
Awesome,
It has been extremely cute and cuddly tonight. It's been soft and warm. It's been fun and fuzzy, whatever you want to call it. It's been a lot of things. But what it hasn't been today is extremely real. So let's keep it real. Well, let's keep it real. So, I'm hearing things. I just can't believe it, Ronbo. It's funny when everybody always talks about our front seven being so dominant this year, going to be so great, so ferocious. Yes. They're going to get after you, right?
Look at Trez getting retraced.
What the hell are we going to do on the back four? What the? It is atrocious.
Trey,
our back four, Ronbo.
I still think you underemphasize the importance of hurting the quarterback's little butt back there and expecting him to still be able to eat up a secondary. That ain't going to happen.
D Ford last year was on a team that led the league in sacks and still had the worst defense in the league.
Yeah, but look who he had in his secondary.
You can have as much pass rush if you want. You can have as much pass rush as you want. If those guys can't whip their head around,
Trey,
if those guys can't diagnose routes, I think our cornerbacks have a problem with route progression.
Name a guy in the secondary in Kansas City that is worth a damn. Go ahead. I'll wait.
You will wait, because I can't do it. And I'll sit there and say that, okay? I'll give you that, okay? Eric Berry was there. I'd take Eric Berry right now over Jimmy Ward.
And he was sitting
you know what Jimmy
Ward...
But the
thing is, Berry was sitting on the
I'm
bench.
hearing blasphemy. I'm hearing blasphemy. I'm hearing that Jimmy Ward is the hardest hitter on our team. He is. He's the hardest hitter of that ATM cashing a check he didn't earn. That's what he is. He's the hardest hitter. For 5 years.
You wrote that one up.
A check that he did not earn. He's hitting it hard. You better believe he is. Oh, yes, he is. So you're right, Ronbo. The debate is over. He is the hardest hitter on our team. He is hitting our cap hard. The only thing he is not, he's hitting our he's hitting the ground hard in practice and breaking his shoulder. The only thing he's not hitting hard is the opponent.
Oh, man. That's just mean. Trey, that's just mean, man. I mean, come on. He's had some hits that look pretty good. And he's a rough guy. That's why he gets hurt. He hits too hard.
He's the hardest hitter on our team. He's the hardest hitter on our team.
Well, I don't know. I didn't actually vote for him being the hardest hitter.
I feel a certain way, Ronbo. See, I feel like this. It's time for the new guys to take over. We gave you 3 years. Your time
He is one of the best tacklers,
This is your third year.
He is.
Akello, this is your third year. Who?
Jimmy. Once Jimmy gets you, ain't getting away from him.
He's one of the worst. Hold on, Ronbo. He's one of the worst players. You cannot be great at tackling and terrible at play recognition.
Look at his percentages. Go look at his percentages. I'm not making that up.
I'm not talking about tackling, Ronbo.
He does a good job with that. He does not. When's the last time you see somebody run through Jimmy?
One interception since 2016, Ronbo.
I've said we're talking about tackling.
Ronbo, he's not a linebacker.
No, but if you're out there running, trying to get past him, you ain't going to do it.
Ronbo, when's the last time he made a play in the open field? The open field.
Oh, that's what
I don't want to make this about Jimmy
That's his only trade.
I don't want to make this about Jimmy Ward.
Okay.
I don't want to make this about Jimmy Ward. Okay?
I said,
when is the last time Jimmy Ward jumped a route? When is the last time he diagnosed a play? When is the last time he broke on the ball?
Well, you have to go back to when the last time he played. I mean, that's the problem right there.
Oh, okay. He's the hardest hitter on our team, okay?
He does. Jimmy don't play.
He's hitting it real hard everywhere but the field.
Ask Larry Fitzgerald. Ask Fitz.
Yeah. Who?
Larry Fitzgerald.
Fitz don't even remember.
Fitzgerald's one took off his clothes and signed it and gave it to Jimmy. He said, this dude here is...
He gave Jimmy charity. He was like, gosh, you're not going to be around here. Let me give you something, man. Whoa. Yeah,
hey, remember that game? Against the Panthers? What's that? Benjamin 6'12"? Boy, Jimmy was all up in that butt. I'm telling you right now, you can gut out Jimmy about a lot of things, but you cannot get on Jimmy about his plan.
Medical bills, Ronbo.
Oh, really?
The man, he's injured so frequently. He has the best insurance.
I can't defend him there, but I do say when he's playing, Jimmy be playing.
I wanted to call about one position group on our team that is being undersold. Nobody's giving the proper respect to, and that is our tackles. Our tackles are tremendous. You don't see what's going on with Joe Staley every day.
Oh, offense, yeah.
This man's 35 years old. He was the second best tackle in the league last year in certain categories. A lot of them, pass protection being one of them, one of the most important.
Huh? Wow,
Mike McGlinchey. I was not a Mike McGlinchey fan when we took him, not because we didn't need him, but because I thought we had other needs, which we still have not addressed. He wasn't. It wasn't sexy. But I will say this. The man has been a stalwart on the right side. We've been slacking over there since Anthony Davis, even some with Anthony Davis in pass protection.
I know, because Anthony don't pass protection. You can run.
Yeah. But I'll say this. Jimmy G. The clock is ticking, sir. We need you to show us what you got, because you are the one linchpin on this team that can take us from 20 points to 35 points. And I think we should be somewhere in the 28 to 32 points a game, Ronbo.
I like that. I respect
You like
that.
22?
Yeah. 21 and up, minimum.
21? No.
Well, I'm just saying,
See, this defense isn't good enough.
if we get a
to give up
hardcore
20.
defense that comes in and somehow can turn
Rumble,
stuff down.
I would have to believe that our secondary, Tavarius Moore would have to become a star. Jason Verrett would have to stay healthy. Richard Sherman would have to return to his old Pro Bowl form. It's a lot of ifs. And then we got to figure out the strong safety, too. That's a lot of ifs. That's all. I just named every position.
Every team in the league has to worry about those things, though. That's not just native to the Santa Clara area. So, I mean, this is what I'm saying.
All I'm saying is this. We have a 12-4 offense. We have a 7-9 defense. Back seven. Front. Back four.
Listen,
Back
Trey,
four.
as long as you continue to disconnect the frontline defense from the secondary, you're going to come up with these kind of numbers. That's not right.
All right. We're going to get out of here. I know it's too late. Hey, shut up, everybody. Hit that like.
Robo, that is strictly the fact.
No, it's not.
He's a fact.
That is not. You know what? I can't wait till mid-season. You guys will still be talking about the secondary, and the secondary is going to be ranked as one of the best in the league. Why? Not because of them.
Oh my God,
but
Rumble! After coming off of nowhere,
I want to.
You didn't even upgrade this terrible secondary.
Anybody watching this? Remember, I said this on last day of June. The secondary will be ranked as one of the best in the league. Not so much
Rumble,
because of
that's
them,
almost as bad.
but
I heard
because
that this
of the
was gonna be better
frontline
than
defense,
1994.
which predicates
This
what
team's gonna be
happens in the
better than
secondary.
the 94 team, Rumble. And now
But I
our
said it.
secondary. The secondary is the weakest unit on the team, Rumble.
I said it.
On
right?
the team.
Watch it. I'm gonna get TNT right where I want them.
Well, let me add one more thing in there, Rumble. Let me add one more thing.
All right, go ahead.
This is a proven year. This is a proven year for Kyle Shanahan. Also.
And for everybody on that team.
This is a 10-win must see.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It is. No
I
real
agree.
fan buts about it. There are no excuses.
All right.
None. Okay.
Right.
Lisa
I guess.
said you shout out. Thank you for the birthday shout out. She
Yes.
really appreciate
Shout out
it.
to my
And she
partner.
said to tell you the next
Shout out to the
time
rest of the
to rise
TNT
up.
family. Everybody out there, appreciate you, man.
Yeah, we love you guys, man. I'll say, hey, you guys
Thank
need
you,
some time. Hope
Rumble.
you come in
Shout
tomorrow,
out to
too.
the fam, TNT. We're in the building.
Yes. Have a good night, guys. TNT. Woo. Always a good time. Hey, Phil.
Ronbo.
Hey, Phil, your connection, it sounds pretty strong at the moment. Oh, hey.
Well, it was a good spot.
Oh, uh-oh. Phil, say that again?
Spot. Look,
All right.
can you hear me?
Yeah. It breaks up, but what you do get in is pretty clear. Phil, have you been
All
listening
right,
to...
real quick.
All right, go ahead.
I have 7 games we have to win
Well, yeah.
in order to
All right.
to win the
I'd love to
playoffs.
hear about those. Who are those teams?
All right, Tampa Bay,
All right.
Cincinnati, Washington, Arizona twice, Carolina, and Atlanta.
All right.
Those
And,
games we have to win.
Yeah, that's a good point because we're looking at the teams that actually look like they might be a challenge. And Arizona's a challenge just because, that team that's always a team, the most feared team in the league is because nobody wants to lose to them. That would be the Cardinals last year and possibly this year. And we managed to lose twice to them, Phil. God, I still don't believe that. Okay, this year we'll heal that wound and we'll feel better.
Well, that
at the end of
was
next season.
because CJ turned the ball over 100 times.
God, CJ.
And, we won't have that with Jimmy. So,
Nick,
I expect us to win both those games. I expect us to win Carolina because I don't think Cam Newton, the rumors are his shoulder's not holding up.
Well, yeah, didn't you just have a procedure on that? Again?
Yeah, he had a procedure. And, and Atlanta is a one-trick pony. They're offense only. And I think Kyle's going to carve up their defense. So, especially at home.
Yeah.
And then in Peru, I have Seattle home and away,
Green Bay at home, and Baltimore on the road. I think we can split those 4 games at a minimum.
And you said Green Bay. Are we beating Green Bay, Phil? Do you have them as a win?
Well, I'm just saying between those 4 games, we win 2.
Oh, okay. You haven't mentioned which 2. I know.
I think we're gonna beat Seattle once.
Yeah.
I think we're between Green Bay and Baltimore. We're gonna win one of those games.
I like the Green Bay game
and,
for the 49ers on that one. I really do. I think Rodgers.
And Baltimore is a one-trick pony as well. You know, they're run-oriented. We stopped the run. You know what? I think Kyle can come up, and they lost a lot of players on defense, even though they got what's his name from Seattle, the safety, Thomas.
Earl Thomas. Yeah. Who do they have at linebacker? Did they pick up a linebacker or they draft one?
No, they lost C.J. Mosley.
Who they draft?
And they lost Troy Bugs. And they lost another guy. So
who's a linebacker?
They've got to replace those guys.
Yeah.
I don't know who's replacing C.J. Mosley.
I know. Is it possible to replace a C.J. Mosley? I wonder. Yeah. If they're not going to stop us from running, they got a problem coming because you're not going to stop Matty B with a mediocre linebacking crew, and you're certainly not going to stop Tevin Coleman. It's going to be interesting to see how well the 49ers do. And Kyle, as you said, there exists no defense known to man that Kyle Shanahan cannot exploit. So,
we're going against it. One club.
Yeah.
Like a because pass only. We go D Ford in there all the time and Bosa, and we let the dogs loose. And on a run defense, we can put Armstead in there, and we can put Solomon Thomas, who are good against the run, and BJ, and I think we stuffed the run. So if we're playing against a team that is one-dimensional,
that's not good. Yeah, that's not good.
And then I look at Cleveland and Pittsburgh games, and I think win one of those.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to win the Pittsburgh game for sure because you know why? Pittsburgh's going to be sitting in that Levi Stadium sun with those black uniforms on.
Drawing that heat.
They're going to pull a big show.
I hadn't thought about that. You guys want to take off their black shirts.
It's going to be hot as hell on that visiting sideline. Black uniforms, visiting sideline.
And the only reason they did that in the first place, Phil, is because they're from Pittsburgh, where it's cold. But, they forgot if you travel to Florida or California, you're going to sit there and fry like a piece of bacon in them travel uniforms. That's hilarious.
That's what I'm thinking about Pittsburgh. They're going to be frying over there.
Yeah.
And then Cleveland, we got a week break, and Shanahan can develop some. And Cleveland's got a tough game right before we play us. They got Baltimore.
They got Baltimore, right?
They got to play a divisional rival the week before. So, and we've got a bye week. Yeah. I think we can develop something. Hopefully, like you said, our history after bye weeks is horrible.
And this goes back
but
years,
maybe this early
Phil.
bye week and a Monday night game is going to inspire the team to step up.
Yeah, it should.
So, and I think between the two of those games, if we split one of them, we're okay. And then I've got New Orleans, a loss. And then I've got the Rams.
Nobody's even going to play with Nolans. Just give it up, 49ers. I really don't want to play in there, but that doesn't look good.
I think, it's going to be a hard-pressed game to win. If we win that game, we could be Super Bowl champs.
Yeah, no telling.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because if they got that ability.
And the Rams, I think we split. I think we win that game on a Saturday, national TV game.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
At home. And if we win the game down at the Rams, we're winning the
We're good to
division,
go.
no problem.
I agree. And they'll probably have momentum enough to
You
beat
talk about the schedule. You talk about the schedule. The Rams have a tougher schedule than we do. So does Seattle. I mean, we play Washington. They play Philly, Dallas. We play, Green Bay. They play Minnesota and Chicago.
Yeah, but Phil, you know what? The Hawks have the 8th year. I think it has something to do with who travels where on those games more than anything else. So,
yeah, would you rather travel to Washington
yeah.
and play them, or would you rather travel to Dallas and play them?
I'd rather go to Washington. I talk bad about the Cowboys, but I do not like playing in Texas. Anyway.
Washington doesn't even, they have a rookie quarterback.
I know. He may not play this year. Phil, our time's up. Phil,
who knows? But I still think it's an easier game.
Yeah, I agree though. Redskins are trouble. Phil, we're gonna go. Let me see you tomorrow, huh?
All right, Ronbo.
All right, Phil. Have a good night.
Hey, shout out to everybody.
Yeah.
That makes it quick.
All right, that does.
All right, later.
Have a good night, Phil.
Bye.
Yeah, boy, these games, man, they're gonna come up. All right, Demetrius. East Coast Demetrius. Demetrius, where you at, fam? We come over here right quick. And I'll go to JT. JT.
Yeah, what these games, man, they can come up.
Let's see, wait till we get to his name. It's going to be funny. He might be asleep. A lot of people do that sometimes.
Over here like that. Hey, I'll go to JT.
Yeah. No, he's not going to hear it. JT, you ready? JT. Yeah, JT's out. He's out for the count. All right. And let us quickly switch to the Iron Sheik. 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 Guys, remember, copyrights, guys, not too long. Sheik.
Copyright loud. Let's go. Blah, 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 blah.
Sheik.
What's going on?
Sheik, man, I'm still like in the corner with my ring crew trying to get over the battering I took from TNT. So, I'm still standing though.
Uh-oh. What are you talking about, Ronbo? I don't know what happened.
TNT came in here and talked about my boy Dub like they like to do. And Trez, I saw you commenting on Trez's comment about the Solomon train. You're still riding. You know what though? I told you guys that I jumped on the train as well, and I already said Solomon and Marquise Goodman should have been shut down midway through the season after they both suffered some very stressful mental situations. So I have all the sympathy in the world for Solomon Thomas, and I hope he's ready to go now and see what we got.
He is. He is. And, the numbers on his back, but the thing is, Ronbo, he's ready, he's hungry, he has a reason. J-Dub and the J-Dub bunch, do they have a do they have a promise? All I know is promise is the IV.
We promised Jimmy will come out there and play his hardest. It may cost him his body, unfortunately. But Dub he don't come out half-stepping, man. Dub comes out, and if you're coming down the field, he's coming at you like a man on fire. And that, but you know something, Sheik? He never gets hurt hitting anybody. Dub gets hurt walking across a crosswalk. I don't know how he does it. That diving for the ball was silly. You're not wearing any pads, Jimmy. Don't do that. I blame the coaching staff on that, though. Guys, Tell those guys. Guys, we want you to commit on every play, but let's be smart out here. I'd like to see less diving for footballs. Just, make the gesture toward getting it. But let's stay up off the ground, guys. The ground does not lose fights. You hit the ground, you lose. You got no pads. Jimmy knows now, I guess.
And then I guess, with the name I hate to say, the Pinto car, so-called Ferrari, loves the blue tent, and that's what Jimmy Ward as well. He loves the blue tent as well, Ronbo. And J-Dub Bunch, please, retire.
When was the last time you seen blue?
Come on.
He never goes to the blue tent. He usually goes right from the field to the locker room. It's always clear that he's dead meat. Jimmy,
it doesn't matter. He's hanging out with Trey's rubber duck in the tub. For God's sake.
Not the rubber duck! She's always bringing that duck up! God.
But anyways, Ronbo. But the thing is, I'm going to say, hold up, wait a minute. Sorry, Trey, let me take that.
Yeah,
right.
I got the red gold right here. You want me to sprinkle some red gold in it?
Trey, yes, sprinkle. A little extra sprinkle. Jimmy G is our future, man. I don't know what you think that, I know you're a Cousins guy.
Uh-oh, here we go.
He's not a winning quarterback. We've been through this for years. How many years has it been, Ronbo? Like a couple of years?
Yeah, well, yeah.
The Cousins talk?
Jimmy's been with us for how long? Yeah, this is Jimmy's going into his third season. Yeah. And I have to admit, I was riding along I was on the Trey train, and I was a Cousins guy too. But since then, I've seen it. I've had an extremely big change of heart. But go ahead.
Yeah, and look at the winning percentage. That's the thing the only numbers that you need to look at is the winning percentage. He wins. Yes, he's been maybe 6-7 games Jimmy G played, or 8, but he's winning with all that firepower that Minnesota. Go ahead.
Did you hear what Chris Sims said about that, though? Chris Sims says between Jimmy G and Kirk Cousins is far and away the better quarterback. Oh, Chris. Can we wait and see here after Jimmy G gets a few games to come to the conclusion? Can the jury please stay out for a little while longer on that?
Yeah, true. And the thing is about Cousins as well, I'm going to also say, he has 2 high-powered, great elite wide receivers.
Oh, and a tight end, too.
Yeah, and that tight end, and, man. But we'll get off that. But the thing is, Jimmy G is our guy in our future. He's only 26, 27 years old now. And he's built a bond with us, and he's going to win with us. Because everybody's seen it last, year before, when he finally came and he showed the promise. Everybody felt the winning, part of the winning. We're actually finally winning. And when he's gone, it's not the same. The culture is different. It's chemistry. It's everything. Everybody looks better. Garcon looks better. Goodwin looks better. There's a lot of guys in the whole team. Even the sorry-ass defense that we had looked better.
Yeah, right? Another good point. The whole team's inspired when they know they got G out there. So he brings a lot to the table other than just what you see. You know what? Jimmy's not going anywhere. And besides that, anytime Kyle gets a quarterback, especially one of Jimmy's talent, he's not going to fail. I feel very confident about that.
But it's all love to Trey, man. I love hearing them and love TNT.
And arguing.
Shout out to them, but
gotta argue with him.
But the thing is, Jimmy G's our guy. The only guy I'm really, other than the J-Dub, is Gold, Ronbo. I know you're a Chicago guy.
He had to put Jimmy in the same sentence with Gold. God, Jesus, Sheik.
Same. What have they done? Other than Gold hitting the field goals, dude, you give him $5 million. You're going to retire soon. Take that money and then go home to Chicago.
You know what?
We're in a winning situation.
that's one of the reasons why I know he's coming back. No man on this planet is going to walk away from $5 million. I do not believe Robbie's going to sit on a bench or stay at home watching TV saying things like, I'm a man of principle, and I told the 49ers what I wanted. I said I wanted to be traded. I want to be with my family, and they ignored my request, and they think giving me $5 million is going to make me come back? Well, they got another thing coming. And Robbie's wife in the kitchen, Robbie, stop it. And who's running that camera? Get your butt up. I've already got your stuff packed. Your plane leaves in 2 hours. Let's go. Because wives are in charge, Sheik. She's going to tell Robbie to come to his senses. We don't turn down $5 million. Robbie will be fine. You want us to come to California with us? We will. Because I have a feeling the wife is not the pushback on this whole situation. Robbie's just being an idiot. I firmly believe that now.
True.
God.
It is like his family kind of saying it, like, oh, yeah, I'm just going with the family, what they're saying, the video that he posted in the interview.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I understand you want to be around your kids more. I understand that situation. But there's a lot of people, people that have jobs that had to work out of town to make that paycheck to come home.
Especially
when a big
that
paycheck
kind
is
of
available
paycheck.
for you,
And that's
and
why
it's only for like 3-4 months. Like, come on, man.
That's why I know the wife is not telling Robbie stay home. Please, Robbie, don't go. I don't believe that for a minute. Robbie's being a little twip. You know what? He does not want to play with us because he wants to play in the East. Okay. Sheik, let us talk more about this tomorrow. Because get me started on Robbie, man. The guy really pisses me off. Dang.
Let me just say this quick story. I'll make a really small. I was wearing my Niner gear like always, going to work, and I saw this Raider guy. Hey, well, why are you wearing that shirt? Is it happening again, Ronbo? Yes. Hey, why are you wearing? Hey, because I'm a 5-time champion, and this is the best team in the world. He's well, I was like, oh, did you guys pack yet? No, man, this is a nation. I'll forget it. I'll just walk away. So, but anyways, Ronbo,
we're watching in Vegas.
Wear your colors proud. And yeah, it's been a while, 49ers and faithful. Put some oil on it. Get those gears going because we are back, baby. We're the 5-time champions for a reason. We're the best team in the world. We have the best Super Bowl record for a world. So faithful, hit that like for Ronbo Sports. We love you, fam, and shout out to everybody. Shout out to Nine Fan Club, man.
Thanks, Sheik. I always appreciate you, fam. I'll look for you tomorrow. Have a good night. Oh, God. I love it. We got people in Texas running into Cowboys fans. There's Sheik on his path running into Raider fans. Well, I don't know which one I don't like. Boy, I guess we got bigger history with the Cowboys. Hey, it's Tyler. Tyler, come on in, man.
Ronbo, my man.
DT. What are you up to, man?
Not much. The Warriors just traded for D'Angelo Russell, so.
Yeah, that's
they did a sign. Yeah, KD did a sign and trade with them, so.
Oh, that's the deal. Yeah, there's a lot going on in the NBA today. This is that day when they start making all those signings and everything. But Tyler.
Free agency, yeah.
Yeah, but Tyler, we're looking at some of the games, the ones that 49ers are must-wins this year. And as you know.
I'll tell you what the must-wins are.
Well, please.
Any game, all games are okay. As long as we win 10 games, it don't matter what they are. We're getting in those playoffs.
Do tell.
So I don't know about a must win. We just, if it's late in the season and we're like, like 9. Well, if we're like, 8-6 or 8-5 or whatever, fighting for a spot, there might be must-wins at that time, but we just got to win 10, 11 games.
But the thing is, Tyler, these are teams that you have to beat. Because the Cardinals, Tyler, people are still laughing at us about last year. There are fans who like to bring that up during the course of an argument. Yeah, here we are, 49er fan, going to tell me about this, losing to the worst team that actually twice last year to the first pick in the draft. I've actually, and I've hated to admit this the last few months, I've had to walk away from those conversations because I was embarrassed. That can't happen this year. being swept by the Cardinals. In fact, we owe them. And also, time to lose. We got to stop losing in the clink. That's gotten real old, real fast.
You don't have to worry about the Cardinals no more.
No, I
CJ
hope so.
Beathard ain't going to be playing this year. He can't hurt us no more.
I really wonder what's going to happen to CJ on this team anyway. But anyway, those are the games, Tyler. And also, you need to beat the Cleveland Browns. You know, emotionally, Tyler, that's going to be a huge lift. If 49ers beat the Cleveland Browns, look out. Look out. They will fully believe in themselves then, because the Browns look like the prize right now.
They'll come in if they're going to start off 2-0. I mean, they're going to have the confidence coming in and play the Steelers. So
it's going
to look good. And then most people actually predicting our schedule, they get a record way wrong, but they also have us beating the Browns anyway. So
have you seen the Browns? Are we supposed to beat the Browns? Somebody made that prediction already?
Yeah, Adam Rank, he's a complete moron.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
I literally tried to watch him predict every team, and he was unwatchable. He's like watching CJ Beathard play quarterback. It's unwatchable.
He doesn't even explain why you're losing. He just looks up and says, "Oh, that's okay." Blah blah blah. That's an L.
He's like,
"That's an L."
Exactly.
Adam, what are you talking about? What are you?
I hate how he literally, okay, so I heard he was doing the Broncos schedule, right? And then he said, I think there's a lot of talent in Denver. And plus, like a couple weeks before that, he said he was on a podcast saying that they might be in a position to make a run. But then he gets on NFL Network and he goes, at the end, he's like, you're 2-14 and have the first pick in the draft. It's like, make up your mind.
It's like I keep telling people, Tanner, you watch him on Fantasy when they do that every Sunday. He's over there doing all those antics and comedy bits. He's not an analyst. He's a cartoon. I'm telling you right now, I told people, don't take Adam Rank seriously. He's just clowning. Hey, 3-13. Yeah. Come on, Adam. Cut it out.
And plus, every time he mentions the Jacksonville Jaguars, he's like, my friends down in South Florida or whatever. And I'm like, quit it. Get out of here.
Isn't that his team?
He also had, I don't know.
No, the Bears. I understand the Bears are his team. That's his team.
Yeah, but he also had the Vikings going 5-11. They have too much talent to do that. They have way too much talent. So do the Broncos.
He gave so many teams
have dual pass rushers.
And he gave so many teams single win seasons. He gave a lot of teams, but he says the Rams are going to clean house, and he says the Hawks are going to clean house. Hey, what did he say about the Patriots? I missed that one.
No, I think he still had the Rams making the playoffs, and for the Patriots, he still had them going like 12-4, 13-3.
Yeah, okay. So,
but he also had what am I thinking of? I know he had I can't remember. Like a lot of records he was just so off.
Texas is gonna lose their butt as well. I think he's got the Texans going 2 or 3
wins. Oh yeah,
he
has the Bills. He has the Bills going 8-8. And he says next year they're going to make the playoffs. Now, like next year, maybe they might make the playoffs, but 8-8 this year, predicting that right now, I don't know.
Well, you know what? They do have some talent. I don't know if they know how to use it, but they do have some.
Oh, they do. They got a real defense, and then plus their offense might be ready to take another step. So
could be. It depends on how that quarterback looks this year. But yeah,
and I realized they made the right pick with Josh Allen because he has a big arm, and in that weather, you need a big arm.
You do. Hey,
Jim Kelly, he's really underrated because that weather that he had to deal with, those gusts of wind, it's tough to play in.
And they got a tough defense now, like you mentioned. Hey, Tyler, before we go, though, what is your pick for the hardest hitting safety wearing a 49er uniform?
Well, when he can actually play, it's J-Dub.
Okay, see that, Trey and Tress? I mean, honestly, Jimmy may not play enough, but when he plays, he plays.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, because I remember he crushed Kirk Cousins when we played the Redskins a couple years ago. And then we were playing the Rams on that Thursday night game. He crushed, I think it was either Robert Woods or
it was Woods.
He crushed him. And people were whining, the Rams fans were whining, like, it was helmet to helmet. It's like, nope, it was shoulder to helmet.
Yeah.
It just so fast that
Jimmy,
he dropped him so quick that it looked like it was that.
It's it, you know. Jimmy only has one speed to play, but I wish he'd be a little more careful. Well, we'll see this year. Because like I say, stats say Jimmy Ward is one of the best tacklers on the team. If Jimmy puts his hands on you, ain't going to be no getting away. So that's what I like about it.
Yep. Yeah. I think he drilled Kirk Cousins, and then Kirk Cousins, Like we were playing the Redskins a couple years ago. He drove Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins was like, "Good tackle, Jimmy."
Cousins kills you doing that. Him and Aaron Rodgers.
It's kind of like how Andrew Luck, when he gets sacked.
Andrew Luck, yeah.
He's like, ooh, he literally gets in people's heads by doing that. He's like, ooh, good sack.
Can you imagine? You thought you just leveled him. He gets up. He's not in any pain. He's got a big smile on his face. Whoa! Somebody's been practicing. Good job, Tutu. Shut up, Andrew. I'm coming back, by the way. Keep messing with me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's like Bosa, Joey Bosa. It was in the divisional round against the Patriots. He got close to getting Brady. Brady got the ball out, and then he kind of like bumped into Brady. He's like, "Quit throwing the ball so quick, Tom." And Tom Brady goes, "Quit getting here so quick, and I wouldn't have to throw it."
Tyler, good stuff. Tyler, we gotta go. I'm gonna tell you what. I'll look for you tomorrow if you get some time, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Give us that sign out.
Oh yeah. By the way, I went to Hooters last night and I saw Jimmy G there. He was flirting with the waitress.
He's been waiting all week to tell that joke. Tyler, we gotta go, man. I'm getting pressure from the production.
I seriously did go. I seriously did go there last night.
I don't doubt it.
But anyway, all right. Niner Empire, Niner for life. We're faithful. Jimmy G, stay out of LA. Even though I already know you're going there.
He's there now.
Don't be a hoe. Yeah. Look after yourself. Protect your body. All
Good
right.
night, Tyler. Hey, let's get over now and see what Demetrius is doing. We were trying. Hey, Demetrius, you there, man? Demetrius. I got a feeling Demetrius passed out. Yeah. It's probably on there. Let's see if JT is ready. Hey, JT, are you available? JT. JT. See, there's another thing. What a lot of people forget is it's all this year. The reason why a lot of people look at the defense, it's all about the defense. Nobody's going to stop Kyle Shanahan from running up scores on people. Some teams are going to do well, but they're not going to stop Shanahan. Whatever strength you have, Kyle's not going to go to it. He's going to go away from it. He knows where you're weak before he even plays you. Makes his plays. That's what the game plan is going to be all about. So that's what I'm saying. There's not a team that's actually going to stop the 49ers in that aspect. It's Roberto! Come on in, Roberto!
Rumble!
Roberto, I thought you were blowing your nose on your microphone.
No.
Well, Roberto.
No, I'm not.
Roberto, how you doing, fam? Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right. Roberto, now tonight, Roberto, we're looking at the games. You're looking at the games that are must-win games, and all of them are must-win games. But we're not going to win all of them. But Roberto, there's some games we better not lose. No losing to the Cardinals this year. You got to beat Tampa Bay. Those must-win games like Tampa Bay and the Cardinals, there's 3 right there. You can't let the Rams and the Hawks run you off, and you need to beat the Browns. You agree with that?
Yeah, I agree. Man, Tampa Bay, and then the Cardinals, and then the Seahawks and Seattle. And I know.
Hey, Roberto's breaking up a little bit. Are you in a different place than usual?
Oh. No. No, I say that we can win at Tampa Bay, and then we can win at Seattle, and then
in Seattle, right?
The Cardinals. Yeah, and then we can beat the Cardinals too.
Yeah, I know we can beat the Cardinals, but I mean. Roberto, we haven't beaten that team. The last quarterback we had to beat the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle, Alex Smith. And Alex Smith is about ready to retire. It just shows you how long ago it was.
Yeah.
I hate playing the Hawks in Seattle. This could be the year, though. We beat them at home last year. We came close to beating them 2 years ago. Remember that, Roberto, in the last second? They threw a touchdown to Doug Baldwin, who's not there anymore. That's why I think they can do it this year. It is very possible.
Yeah, man. Preseason, that we cannot beat the Seahawks at Seattle this season, like in week 17 or week 16. They said that we not. They said that we win
Week 17, we played Hawks.
And, yeah, they said that we're not going to win that game.
Everybody
week
believes
17.
that. 49er fans believe that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they say that we're going to beat the Rams, but we're not going to beat the Seahawks in the last game. I'm like, yeah, we can. I know we can, and we're gonna win that last game.
Those are two good tests.
Seattle, the last we because what they did to Bowman, remember?
Yeah.
Remember they?
Who could forget?
Yeah, yeah. We win the game because that's revenge for Bowman, man. I'm telling you, we gotta do this for him, and we gotta take him down.
And you know, Roberto would be nice as the 49ers go to the locker room. I want them to throw popcorn back up into the stand, but don't throw popped popcorn. Throw unpopped kernels up in the stands as hard as you can. You guys like to throw popcorn at 49ers?
Yeah, Rumble, hold on, man. I see a lot of people talking shit. Hey, Shay Lewis, shut the fuck up, boy. Yeah, Rumble, what's up, Rumble?
Wait, is that somebody on the chat?
Yeah, they talking, and then boy, Jerry, we're like, stop it. They're fighting in the chat right now. Yeah, I'm saying that, you know, trolls in the damn comments these days. I'm saying that we're gonna win that. I know the Seahawks in the last game in Seattle, and this is because of the last game because of Bowman. I remember when those disrespectful fans were like throwing the popcorn at him. I'm like, man, come on, man. I'm like,
make sure you keep that microphone right up by your mouth. There's a lot of disconnections going on.
No, I'm saying, why fans throw Bowman popcorn with the broken leg? Man, what if Russell broke his leg in Levi's and we do that?
Roberto, we got more class than that. He'd go to the locker room unmolested. Actually, you know, it's so funny.
I'm saying.
Yeah, we don't do that.
I'm saying, I'm saying, but how would the Seahawks fans feel? And they would feel the same way. I'm like, and I would feel like the same way we did. And, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm just saying.
You know the way to hurt the Seahawks. You don't have to worry about but when they throw that flag, they like to throw that 12th flag, that little handkerchief or whatever it is, like they did that year against the Panthers. You pick that flag up, or you take it out of their hands as they're waving it, and throw it on the ground and step on it. That lady wrote notes to the league office and everything else. That's what I want to see the 49ers do. Hurt them 12 feelings. Give me that flag.
They say that they are the club, man. But I know we're going to beat the Tampa Bay.
Roberto?
We're going to beat the Rams one time. The
that's
one
true.
Time. The last game of Seattle. Yeah.
All right, Roberto, time's up. It's getting late. We're just going to try to get everybody. And Roberto, you got to get in. Used to have good connections. This one's not very good. But I'll tell you what, get it fixed by tomorrow.
Maybe because it's Sunday, and it might be better tomorrow.
Hope so, yeah. More traffic, huh? All right, Roberto.
Yeah.
Have a good night, fam.
Yeah. All right, fam. You guys to chill. All right, Robo. Peace out.
All right, fam. All right, Roberto. Thanks, fam.
Mama. Peace
good
out,
night.
Mama. Good night, Mama.
Lewis!
Ronbo.
Hey, Lewis. Lewis, as you know, tonight we're looking at
Yo,
those.
what's up, Ronbo?
And we're looking at them games that we better not lose. You know what, though? Actually, from our perspective, is we're sitting there watching all them games, the games we better not lose. But everybody's afraid of New Orleans. They're accepting that. They're not a part of the games we must win. It seems like the Ravens are a team that everybody's accepting and will probably beat us. I can't accept that one, though. And Green Bay Packers, I kind of think we can deal with them. But the games you better not lose, don't lose to the Cardinals 49ers. Do not go into Tampa Bay and go 0-1 to start the season. It's a bad look. And also, there's going to be those Rams. You got to don't let them beat you twice. And also Seattle. If we have to lose, maybe better lose at home. Week 17, Lewis, you got to beat the Hawks in the clink. Those are almost must-wins. Can they do it?
Wait, no, hold on. The CenturyLink? No.
I know everybody
Ronbo,
says it's tradition.
Wait, first thing, Ronbo, I want to say, hey, Roberto, the last caller, hey, Roberto, he called me out on the chat. Hey, Roberto, man, I wasn't trying to be funny, man. I just really couldn't hear you, the reception. It sounded like the FBI was wiretapping him, man. Or, the Seattle fans didn't want to know his plans because they felt like they was wiretapping the dude. Like, I was like, damn.
You never know,
Anyways, I'm going to give another shout-out, though, to the homie Trey from VA, man. Like I said, me and him, we great minds think alike. And, there's a difference between, being optimistic. Yeah. There's a difference between being full of yourself and, you got, you're dreaming too big, man. And I'm a realist. And like I said, some of the games, these are realistic games we can win. That's just a fact. We talked about it yesterday, Ronbo. The NFL has given us games that are favorable in our favor, right?
Right.
Redskins, a la Bengals, Tampa Bay Bucks. You got to win those games, man.
Got you.
You can't talk about it anymore. And as far as your question with the CenturyLink, I don't see us doing it, Ronbo. We can honestly, Ronbo. Like, I mean, it depends.
Even Dre says it's loud in there, real loud.
It is loud. It's real loud. And I think we face them on the back end of the schedule. But like I said, momentum plays a big key.
The last game.
Whether right. So whether Ronbo, whether we have the momentum going into that game that could help us, or at that point we already know where the season's at. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, if we keep it close, you know what I'm saying? We're looking at like a 9-5 or like 9-5 or something like that. So, heck yeah, we could circle that and be like, yo, that might be the win to get into the playoffs. We got to go in their house and win it. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how the schedule breaks out and, what kind of situation and scenarios we're in. But like I said, Ron, it all goes back to the games that we have to win on the road. The Redskins, Tampa, and, damn, I forgot, man. I got bad memory.
How do you feel about the Ravens? A lot of people think we're going to lose with Ravens. Do you think the Ravens are going to be capable of beating the 49ers?
Rombo, I'm going to tell you something right now, Rombo. The Ravens offense is exactly like what the 49ers had in Colin Kaepernick. It's the same exact thing. What happened with Colin Kaepernick and why he kind of like fell off in the league was because everybody caught on to that triple option, the read option. Everybody caught on to that. 1, 2, Harbaugh wanted Kaepernick to start staying in the pocket more and, being able to read the defense instead of scrambling so much because they wanted to preserve his body. He wasn't that type of QB. It's the same thing with Lamar Jackson. I just don't see, him as that pocket passer. Maybe he developed because it's still kind of early in his career.
It's going to take time.
But if we stop the run,
really bad right
now. It is
Mm-hmm.
really bad. But it's not even his accuracy though, Rombo. It's his play recognition.
Yep.
Exactly, reading defense. Brett Collerman, which is one of a great YouTube analyst who breaks down film. The guy had he was doing yo, bro, he has the simplest routes and he makes it the hardest plays for him because he can't read the defense, perfectly. It was a straight seam vert from the tight end, and they were running a cover 3. Cover 3, he's open in the seams. The linebacker trailed because they had a drag route coming across the middle of the field. All he has to do was do a 3-step drop, pop it, throw it right to the tight end. The dude did a 3-step drop, scan, didn't see anybody, started running out the pocket. So it's things like that. No, I honestly think we can win that. Yeah, he does. I think we can win that Ravens game. But real quick breakdown of our schedule. I'm gonna just shoot it at you, Ronbo. I do think the Niners can go 10-6, and if we keep it close, we can probably go 11-5, depending on, like I said, how well we feed off that momentum. You know what I mean?
The Saints
immediately. Saints? No, Ronbo, come on.
I'm just asking. I'm collecting. I have no idea. I need to see what the Saints look like this year. But right now, I assume like everybody else, oh, hell no. The Saints, that's too much. But, I don't know. Are the Saints as tough as they were last year?
Hey, but that Falcons game, though, Ronbo, that shit looking sweet. I thought that was on the road. But that's actually at home.
Yeah.
We could win that Falcons game.
I agree.
That looks winnable.
Yeah. And Kyle knows the Falcons.
Ronbo, go ahead.
No, I said Kyle knows the Falcons exactly what they're capable of. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know that. I mean, and Salah should look good that game because Kyle's going to tell him every play that they're about to run.
Hey,
Formation, hey, Salah, they're about to run this formation. So I was like, okay, Kyle.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready, Kyle.
Oh, come on, Lewis.
Yeah.
You make my boy sound like he's an idiot. He's a brilliant man.
He is an idiot. Rambo, you need to stop, Rambo. I've never seen a man lose to the Cardinals as much times as he did in the fourth quarter on a game-winning drive as much as Salah.
Lewis, if you had C.J. Beathard out there on the other side of the field, I'd be saying all kind of bad words. I wouldn't let Kyle see me. But I say, Jesus Christ, what the hell am I supposed to do behind C.J. Beathard? He's giving the ball back to him more than my defense is.
Rambo, stop. Rambo, those were winnable games, Rambo. It's because his play calling was so inept and just idiotic.
Lewis.
We lost. Rambo, he made Eli Manning look like a Pro Bowl quarterback on that final drive.
Who did that?
Rambo.
That was Robert?
Huh?
Did you see C.J. Beathard 15 yards from our old goal line? C.J. Beathard's holding the ball up like the Statue of Liberty. Here come the Cardinals. They just beat his butt, take the ball, and run into the end zone. You can't blame Salah for that.
Rambo, stop.
I'm telling you
out here, Killer Witherspoon put his hands up on every damn play like, oh, he just got burnt. Yeah. Killer, what did you expect? We're in a cover 3, dude.
Here's what I'll go along with. 50-50 then, all right? You're going to blame Salah, but God knows you got to blame that offense for at least 12 of them points or 14 of them points. That was just awful. Oh, my Lord. Oh.
Stop, Rambo. Salah, like I'm telling you, Rambo, if we don't have any pressure, someone said it earlier, I don't know if it was Jay Run or somebody in the chat said it earlier. Hey, if we don't have any pressure by week 3, it's over. You got to can him real quick. Because that is ridiculous.
Lewis, think about what you just said for a second. Do you honestly think, and Salah could stay home and watch TV, do you honestly think that line of personnel is going to have trouble, whether Salah's there or not? This is a luxury I have this year against the Salah haters. He don't even need to be there anymore. I got Bosa D Ford on the edges. I got Buckner in the middle. I got Armstead ready to roll. I got Quan Alexander. I got a rookie sensation out there playing linebacker. I got Richard Sherman and Jason Verrett, former Pro Bowlers. I ain't worried about that defense the least bit. I do, however, wonder if indeed there is a team in the league that exploit that defense. Because if they do, there's some bad dudes. You'll have to be.
Yeah, no doubt, Rombo. That's true. Okay. But that's like, again, Salah again flies under the radar without getting unnoticed and, being
they'll bail him out.
Below average, subpar defensive
I'll go along
coordinator.
With that. When you got that kind of personnel, you got that kind of personnel, they'll bail you out.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they got to be tested.
It's simple. But Lewis, all right, Rombo, but I see it's going 10-6. Like I said, got to win the 50-50. But in division, I see it's going 4-2, splitting with the Rams in Seattle. But we have to beat Cardinals, Rombo. It all depends. We could, Rombo, I'm telling you right now, just real quick, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I'm just saying we could be looking at like a 6-2 start because we played Cardinals
twice.
And then we played Seattle, and then we played Cardinals. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we played Seattle at home. So with that, within that's right. That's exactly around the same time span of us beating, the Buccaneers, Cincinnati Bengals, Pittsburgh. I think we can start 3-0. Cleveland, that's a 50-50 game if we lose that. And then we go to the Los Angeles, we lose that. We're still looking at 3-2, right? That's kind of bad, but we can beat Washington and Panthers at home. That becomes 5-2. We go to Arizona, that becomes 6-2, Rombo. We're looking
that's
good. That's
where everybody
right?
wants to be. Exactly right there. Exactly. All right. 8 games in,
so
halfway through the season, 6-2. Not bad. All right.
Not bad. But then the midpoint, I think that will fall over, Ronbo, is again, we play Seattle at our house, which is a winnable game, and we play Arizona again, which is another winnable game, Ronbo. So you got to beat it all up. We got to beat the 50-50 teams, the crappy teams on the road, and then you got to beat Arizona. That's 5 wins right there, right off the bat. We just got to, we got to do it.
All right.
All right, Ronbo. Keep good.
See you tomorrow,
I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Monday Night
Be
Raw.
looking for you.
Sounds good.
All right. Good
All right,
night,
Ronbo.
Sal.
Same you.
All right, Lewis. Hey, let's go check out and see what's going on with Russo. Hey, Russo.
What's up, Ronbo?
Russo, as you know, tonight it's about who's the hardest hitting safety. As we're doing that for Paulie out in Jersey. He can't make up his mind as to what jersey to buy, but he likes defensive players, but he doesn't have a safety. He wants to add the toughest safety we got. You can think about that for a second. And also, the games the 49ers damned well better not lose. What are you thinking?
If you want to buy a jersey, I would not buy a safety jersey this year. I would kind of let it play out and see what
I was
happens.
thinking the same thing. I can't make a choice.
There's no safety jersey to buy right now. But I mean, you're also talking to a guy who only owns 5 jerseys, and I say only because I grew out of my T.O. and my Jerry Rice and my Steve Young and my Ricky Waters jerseys.
You can still wear those. That's the safest ones to wear.
No, I
actually.
can't. They were from when I was like 10, 12 years old.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, it's too small a jersey now, yeah.
Yeah, they're just way too small.
But the thing is,
there's
safeties.
there's no safety jersey I would be confident in buying right now.
Yeah, they're just no real standout. If you talk about, because he likes hard
I would
hitters.
say I mean, hard hitters. We have a few hard hitters. I mean,
Which
Jimmy
one
Ward's
was going to
extremely hard.
But which one's
Jimmy
going to
Ward's
start?
an extremely hard hitter. We all know who's going to start.
Yeah.
I honestly think Travarius Moore is going to start at free safety. That's what I really believe.
Right.
I think he's going to prove himself. They're giving him the chance right now to run away with it, and I hope the guy's okay and he comes back and he can contribute in as many ways as possible. But I think Jimmy Ward being down right now is going to put the spotlight on Travarius Moore, and I think he's going to run away with it. I have no doubt in my mind he's going to run away with his job.
He was the second in the nation when he got drafted. So
yes,
he's got skills.
We tried to make him what he wasn't. We were kind of doing some hybrids, putting some corners at safeties and some safeties at corner. I think we were just experimenting.
Yeah,
just
you're going to see a lot of experiment.
The profile.
Yeah.
No.
You're not. You know what? They're getting away from the single high safety, from what I understand too. It's going to be interesting to see what the 49ers are going to, how they reconstruct that defense. But we'll find out. Anyway, but Russo, go ahead, man.
I mean, go
ahead. I'm sorry.
I would expect Tart to get the first shot in training camp at least, and it just comes down to who can outplay him. But I would assume Tart and Moore are the two guys that we're looking at day one of training camp to be the guys, and then to kind of just see. And Colbert has a shot. I mean, I think we definitely want him, and it's like he's like a 7th round pick, right? 6th, 7th round pick. He hasn't really done much. He had like one decent year, and I see him like hanging around a lot of these high profile football players. So it's like he's like boys with all the boys. And something about that kind of makes me feel like they know something, and maybe like he hasn't popped yet, but I kind of think he's got something to prove, and I think it's coming soon. Yeah. Hopefully this year Colbert could step up and take that next level. It's just kind of weird. Like, I don't know what the connection is. Like, I don't know who knows who from childhoods or what, but like you see him in these pictures with a lot of these players at these parties and stuff like that. So I don't know. Like, he's well liked around the league. So
yeah,
at least he's got that going for him.
Well, he's a fun guy actually. And you know, him and Marquise Goodwin are cousins. And so
yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see. Because, you know, he's the kind of player that needs to be intimidated into playing better. I think that's why he had that great freshman year. Because everybody doesn't think, I can do this, watch me. You know, and he comes out there. And in the second year, of course, I got this. And, you know, intensity went down a little bit.
Last year means nothing. Last year literally just means absolutely nothing. It was just a bunch of guys just thrown out there to play. And it was just like we were basically playing the man down. That's how it felt. Like every game, it's like they had 11 guys and we had 10 out there. It's just like
Russo, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, though. A lot of people are dismissing the fact that frontline defense has a dramatic effect on the secondary. And people are looking at them as two separate units, as if they didn't interact together to make one cohesive unit. Do you?
No, it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you think the disconnect that people are making is accurate? And do you think the frontline defense is going to make what people are calling a mediocre secondary look a lot better?
The frontline defense is going to make a dramatic difference, like just watching play to play, like seeing like the opposing quarterback like running for his life and having to throw the ball away and maybe taking an intentional grounding, or like you're going to see like these random things that we didn't really see last year. And it's not like you let's just say you take the four best front D-line guys and the three best linebackers and put them on the same team, and then you take the four worst rated, the two worst corners and the two worst safeties, and you throw them in the back. It's not going to turn the worst team into. It's not just going to be the best defense in the league, just because you take the seven best guys, but it's going to dramatically improve it to the top 10, top 15 range. Like I think our defense is going to take a huge step forward, and it's not going to be to Robert Sala's credit. But he knows enough about
the talent on the field.
It's not going to be about him. No.
Exactly.
But he's going to look a lot better this year.
Well, of course,
think people are going to get off his ass this year.
Just because of the personnel. Remember in 2014? Remember 2014, the defense we had in secondary? Were they all-stars?
No. Carlos Rogers and, you're talking about guys who, like, Washington was paying people for no reason and they didn't even want to pay him. And then he came to us.
Yeah.
And he was a good player all of a sudden.
No, I'm talking about even Carver. What was that secondary we had in 2014? Anyway, there were guys that were okay. They weren't anything special. They led the league in INTs that year.
Yeah.
Behind that 49er bone-crushing defense up front. That's why I don't understand why people keep crying about the secondary. The secondary the secondary's better now. Maybe one of the best secondaries we've had personnel. If Jason Verrett stays on the field with Richard Sherman, who's now healed up, ready to play next to him, good Lord. It would take a blind man not to see.
We did address the secondary. We signed Jason Verrett. The guy from what I've heard and what I've seen, I've only seen a few little clips on him, but what I've heard and what I've read, and trust me, I'm on it. He looks like he's back. So we'll see what happens. Like
Russo, if he's
how many
healthy,
times did Kevin Durant tear his Achilles? You know what I mean? It's one time.
I know, right? You're going to do that a couple of times.
Tears his ACL, like shit like that happens.
And everybody
doesn't mean it's going to happen again.
Yeah. It gets stronger. You don't see people tear their same Achilles twice. I'm not seeing that yet. You would think it'd be possible, though, huh? But yeah, this is what I'm saying. I mean, that secondary, that's more talented secondary. That's maybe one of the most talented secondaries we had. People can get on Jimmy Ward all they want to, but he's not going to be back there by himself, from what I understand now anyway. They're going to have cover three is going to be shifted to another. I don't know what they're going to do with it, but he's not going to be back there by himself. So I like what I see building up in that secondary.
Me too. So as far as the schedule and must-win games and kind of like the outlook and everything like that, I mean, beginning of the year, like you say, the must-win games, like obviously you look at teams that you're predicted to beat. Like you look at the Vegas odds and who you're favored over, stuff like that. But
Vegas.
I think the 8 home games, you want to protect your home turf and you want to win in the division, right? So if you go 8-0 at home and you win your 3 road games, that's 11 wins.
Whoa.
So,
undefeated
I mean,
at home.
I don't know how many teams have ever done that, but those are the 11 games that I'm looking at.
You know,
I think the other games, like
that, actually.
Have they ever done that?
I think the Hawks and I think the Patriots did that. Didn't they do that last year? Did the Patriots lose it all last year?
I can see the Patriots having done that. Just because their division's so easy. And the AFC was really weak last year. But, I mean, it's like, obviously you'd be like, at Cincinnati, that's a must-win. Cincinnati was bad last year. But is that really a must-win? Like, it's a road game. We're traveling all the way across the country.
Yeah, that's not on the must-win list. We think they must win.
No, they were 6-3. They were 6-3 when Dalton and AJ Green got hurt, and then they started to lose everything. Like Cincinnati is a candidate to bounce back this year, like and be a sleeper. Like Pittsburgh's down, Cleveland's the favorite. Like Cincinnati could easily win that division.
No, didn't Cincinnati? I think they changed the coaching.
They got a new head coach.
Yeah, they're going to remodel their. Yeah, that's their problem.
But I mean, they're getting their 2 guys back. That's their team. Dalton and AJ is their team. Like those guys bring consistency to the team.
Yeah, they got Nixon, they got Gio. They're not horrible. Like it's not the Bengals from last year, I promise.
Yeah, no, I
And
agree.
the fact that we're traveling all the way across the country does concern me, but they lost Jonah Williams, their first-round pick, the offensive lineman.
Mhm.
He's out for the year. I think he
heard about that.
tore or something.
Recently.
Yeah, so that'll give us a little extra edge there. But the one game that I keep hearing everybody saying that we have no chance, I fully expect to win. I think. Okay, so last year, I have my buddy. We kind of like every year we do like all our picks and stuff like that. We just do like a small wager and we just kind of see who ends up doing the best. And last year, my team that everybody likes that I picked to not make the playoffs was the Vikings, and I was right. Also picked.
Go ahead.
And I also picked the Packers to not make the playoffs. And he's like, "So who do you have winning the division? The Bears?" I'm like, "No, I don't know." He's like, "The Lions?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just don't think these two teams will make it." And I was right.
Absolutely
This
was. Russo, we got to stop though. We're out of time.
Okay, real quick. This year, the one team I'm telling you that is going to have a down year is the Saints.
Oh!
Everybody's just assuming.
And you're not
I'm
the first
telling
one
you,
to say
that's
that
my
either.
team.
Yeah,
That's my team. We're going to go in there. We're going to win that game, and they're going to be extremely disappointing this year. I think for whatever reason. I just have that feeling.
It's that letdown from getting to the playoffs to that part and then losing. Russo, good call, man.
It is.
I tell you what, let's look for you tomorrow, okay?
All right, bro. Have a good night.
Hey, you too, Russo. Good night. And we roll all over to the Niner gang. What's up?
What is up, Ronbo?
NG. We're just sitting here talking about the games that are expected to be wins if the 49ers really are serious about getting to the playoffs. And also, Niner gang.
Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah. And also, is there a safety on this team right now that you would go out and buy a jersey, the elite jersey, at $350 US?
Well, actually, that's a funny story because as you guys are talking about the safety jerseys, I'm actually shopping for a jersey right now. So,
why are you safety?
But if I were to, probably not safety. I'm probably gonna get like a Goodwin jersey. He's probably my favorite player. But
same here.
Let's see. You know what? I really like Adrian Colbert.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people mention him, but I feel like because I was watching some highlights from a couple games this year, and he's a hard hitter. So.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
The safeties need to settle it. All right. I think you got to wait and see how the safety situation settles down. Because right now it's a hard call to make. They seem to want to put Jimmy at the top. They want to put Kwaski in the box. But those are the only two guys we really know for sure they want to do. Now, otherwise, is Tavares Moore going to beat out Jimmy and make him sit down? Is Marcel Harris going to give Jaquaski T a hard time? It's hard to say right now. So you got to wait. Anyway. All right, well, so we agree on
I got
that.
my predictions, Rombo.
All right, go ahead.
All right, man. So you're talking about the must-win games. I'll start with those. Weeks 1 and 2, we got to win those games. I know the Bengals isn't much of doesn't seem like much of a must-win game, but like if you can eliminate, I'm blanking on his name. AJ Green. If you eliminate AJ Green, I think the Bengals are kind of lost. Didn't
he get injured last year? What was his injury? Was it a foot injury?
I do not remember. I don't really follow the Bengals.
Yeah, I just wonder
any other team against.
Is he going to be ready in this year and still be AJ Green? But we'll see.
It's hard to tell. So also, I forgot who mentioned it about the Steelers and Browns. We got a split. I agree. And so the funny thing is we played both of them at home, so I feel like we have the advantage both ways for both games. Yeah. But I think we're going to beat the Browns, which is also a must-win game, but we could have trouble with the Steelers because, our defense, if you think about it, their offensive line is really strong, and our defensive line is really strong. So what they're going to burn us with is their receivers and our sort of weak secondary. So
you think the Steelers' offensive line is tough? Is it?
They got some guys.
Roethlisberger got sacked quite a few times last year. Well, I got to go look at that. I thought their offensive line. I do know the Steelers' defense is trash. Maybe they improved this year.
So
though.
we could torch them. We could torch them. So I mean, ultimately, I feel like we could go 4-0 right out the gate. But for record's sake, I'm gonna say we go 3-1. But definitely it's possible that we go 4-0 out the gates, and then we go to the Rams in Week 6. And you know what? I wish I could say we go 6-0 in the division, but it's kind of. I mean, I don't know. But I'm gonna say we lose to them in Week 6, so we're 3-2. But then this is where it gets fun, Ronbo. All right, so people might call me crazy, but we're gonna win 5 games in a row, and we're gonna beat the Redskins, the Panthers, the Cardinals twice, and the Seahawks at home.
Now, wait a minute. And that's a realistic look there, though. Even for the people who like to be realistic, even they'd have to agree with that.
So check this out. Remember, once again, I'm blanking on the caller's name. He said we need to be at least 7-3. We're going to start off 8-2 for our first 10 games, so that would be awesome.
Oh, that would.
And then,
that's exactly where they want to be.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're the Patriots, you'll be whining about 8-2. But I think any other team in the league wants to be 8. Right with the 49ers.
I think even the Patriots will appreciate 8-2 because you still got 6 games left.
Yeah, who knows, man? Let's see here. So this is where it kind of gets tricky because like the Packers originally had us beating the Packers, but then like if you think about it, the Packers their only focus this offseason was on defense, which was like they need a lot of help. They need a lot of help on, and as long as Aaron Rodgers is healthy or at least semi-healthy, because you saw what he did to the Bears with a one leg. But I think.
Again, real quick, I want to ask you this question though. Do you notice Aaron Rodgers seems to play his best football while he's hurt?
Yes, yeah.
Isn't that kind of weird?
And like, yeah. But no, definitely. The Packers, I feel like we could win this game especially because we're at home. But I'm gonna give the Packers the win, and then we go to play the Ravens, who I was also gonna have us as a win, but then again, that would have us at ultimately 13-3, which I don't think we're quite there yet. But
Ravens, you think can the 49ers will they lose to the Ravens?
So, this is what I think about the Ravens. I'm scrolling. So, little side note. I'm scrolling through Instagram all the time, and they're just talking about how Lamar Jackson is pretty much only a running back.
Well,
so,
yeah. You've seen those passes.
Our defense could easily get 2 to 3 turnovers because he just doesn't know what to do when he throws a football. So that's one thing. Plus the pass rush that we'll be getting to him. Even though, our defensive line on paper it looks really good, but then you have 3 guys who kind of have a knack for getting injured kind of easily. So
I know
that's my big problem.
They got to stay on the field for us to win. That's a good point, though.
Yeah, that's for sure. But Ravens, that's a loss because it's on the road, and it's kind of always tough to go play in especially
field.
It's going to be in November, December. It's going to be cold there. Yeah, but that's a loss. And then the Saints. The guy before me said that he thinks the Saints are going to take a step back, and you know what? I don't think it's that unreasonable. But you're playing in New Orleans, and you know what? It's Drew Brees, and as long as Drew Brees on the field, kind of the same thing with Aaron Rodgers.
Like Brady and Rodgers, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Because the good ones, the legends, always rise up to be the legends. Anyway.
Yep.
All right, get ready to wrap it up, man, gang. We're all out of time.
All right.
What do you got? A couple of games? Go ahead, real quick.
So right now I have us. It's 8-5, but then look at this. So we got the Falcons. It's a revenge game for Shanahan and
I don't think he
Coleman.
hates him, though.
That's it.
For Coleman, it's
and
a revenge
I know,
game.
but yeah. So that's a W. 9-5. Then you got the Rams at home, Week 16. That's a W. 10-5. And then, you know what? It's a division. Week 17 is a divisional game because the Seahawks in Seattle.
Yeah.
I mean, this could determine whether you host a home playoff game. Because I think either way,
or you're the wild card.
We're gonna win the division. Yeah, we're gonna win the division. But we're not. I don't think we're quite at the 1-2 seed yet. We're gonna be a 3 or 4 seed. So we're gonna well, unless we lose to Seattle here, but we're gonna be fighting for home field for at least one playoff game, and then that's gonna motivate us. Hopefully, Jimmy G's healthy. He's gonna go out. It's gonna be our vengeance against the Seahawks in Seattle. We catch the dub. We go 11-5, and that's it.
Ugh. I like that, Niner Gang. This is where we're going to go. I'll tell you what, if you got some time, let's talk some more tomorrow night, okay? Good stuff.
All right, give me a second. Let me shout out Jerry Fresh.
Hey, Jerry.
Check out those new videos. And then we also got a shout out
Click
to,
on the name Jerry Fresh and take it right to his page. Go ahead.
Yeah, shout out to Nothing But Niners. Love their YouTube page. And shout out to Ronbo Sports. Like and subscribe. Thanks for having me, Ronbo.
No problem, Niner Gang. Always a pleasure. All right. Have a good night.
All right. Peace out.
And let's go back and see if Demetrius. Well, it's getting really late where Demetrius is now. He may be all the way out by now. Demetrius, you there? Demetrius. You're going to message somebody now because if they're sitting there asleep. Demetrius, your mission, should you choose to take it, is Demetrius, this tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Demetrius is definitely out. Hey, JT, are you available?
What's up, Ronbo?
JT, man, we're sitting there wondering about 5 games we better not lose versus the rest of the schedule. And also, who is the hardest hitting safety on the 49ers roster in 2019 up to this point?
Oh, you know what? I was going to tell you that I was listening earlier and I took off for a minute with my mom, and I didn't know if you came at me the first time. I'm just barely getting back, and I still had my phone on. You were still on. But, yeah, I got an answer for that.
All right.
Anton Exum.
I'm telling you,
Anton Exum. I think the same thing you think. I think he was putting the wood on people, and he was getting paralyzed.
How many guys get fined? Antoine got not fined only once, but twice. Remember we was talking about how much money they charged him? And said, Jesus, Antoine, he don't make that much money per game.
I thought it was 3 times.
Huh?
I thought it was 3 times.
I said it was 2. I remember 2 for sure. But then I thought about it may have been 3. So, yeah. That boy,
he be putting the wood on. I like Antoine Exum.
Damn.
Yeah, for sure.
Dudes don't get up.
I would like to see the Niners get rid of, like you said earlier, Maben. Get rid of Chris Maben.
Alex Brown. Let's bring on Alex. Yeah, let's. Maben is as good as he's ever going to get. JT, we've seen the best of Maben.
Yeah, I'm done with Maben. I think Ronbo. And what else were you trying to ask to?
No, I was just talking about the 5 games. I said, don't be losing to the Cardinals this year, 49ers. Please stop it. Also, we've got to stop with this clink, whatever it is. Jinx, mojo, voodoo, whatever it is, why we can't win in the clink for 10 years. And, of course, you got to beat the Rams this year. No sweeps from the Rams this year. And it was the Cardinals twice and the Browns. See, I think the 49ers are going to be fired up for the Browns. So when the Browns get to town, let's go, man. We got an easy one in this game, guys. Let's win this game. Let's go. Hey, Baker Mayfield, man. What are you talking about? This ain't going to be no easy one. It's going to be a long night, bro. You got to make sure.
If the Niners beat the Browns, we solidify. We're basically letting NFL know that we're serious as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're not going to be no pushover to nobody no more.
Especially week 4, 5. Yeah.
We're going to punch you in the face, and we're just going to keep on rolling on you. Just we got the offense. I honestly, Ronbo, I see a record of I see us going 12 or above. I don't see us losing less than 12.
It's gonna.
I think
We got to
we're
stay.
gonna
We
win
got to really
that.
stay healthy. Because you're right. Because you know what, Kyle is not. There is no defense out there that's actually going to stop Kyle. But can our defense stop other teams? This is my only question. Who is it that can actually exploit that defense and score enough points to keep up with Kyle and beat him? You see, that's what people aren't looking completely at. Teams may score on us, but you're going to have to score a lot because Kyle is going to beat you up because he's got all the weapons he needs now. He can exploit any
I
defense in
think
the
the
NFL.
only person that will come close is Bill Belichick, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick is the only one.
And Kyle worked him, except for that last minute in the fourth quarter. Patriots haven't anybody beat up on them like that. Boy, they were just rolling on the Patriots. Belichick's sitting there looking all confused too. I love it.
Hey, but this time around, if we go and we meet the Patriots in the Super Bowl, it's going to be a whole lot different. You got Kyle at Shanahan. He's running his own empire. He's got the guys who he wants, who he picked up in the draft.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you one thing. You guys got the NFL better watch out for Jalen Hurd. I think that kid's going to be something this year.
I can't wait to see him in action. He's still recuperating. He'll be ready for camp though. They just made sure.
That and Dante Pettis, Rombo.
I tell you, they were talking about. I was reading about him today. He is the expected golden boy for next year.
Yeah, his just unorthodox running and his route running. He just make defenders look stupid and silly. Not only that, you better watch out for Trent Taylor. I haven't really heard anybody say anything about Trent Taylor, but Trent Taylor, watch out. If he comes in, everybody better watch out. But the main person that I need to see come in and just prove all the doubters wrong is my man Jimmy G.
I ain't worried about G. You know what? A lot of people are buying all that noise about, well, we've not seen a big enough sample from Jimmy G to establish whether or not he's really an elite quarterback. What?
That's a bunch of crap.
7 touchdowns versus 5 INTs ain't setting the world on fire. What? Do you know what happened on those INTs? Most of them weren't even his fault. Jimmy D may have been responsible for 3 INTs. The rest bouncing off of people's bodies.
And now we got a better supporting cast around us.
God.
Jimmy G got a better supporting cast around him, and now we're gonna see now. We're gonna see all that noise. We're gonna put all that noise to rest.
I fully agree. I'm listening to people. Just because he's not playing, all of a sudden it has been decided that he's not that good. I said, what? What? Okay, how do you guys just draw that conclusion? So that's fine.
Hey, did you see Jason Verrett in that video?
He looks pretty healthy, don't he?
He looks pretty healthy. You know what? You put him, let's say in the Browns game, you put him
OBJ
on Beckham and Sherman on Landry.
Game over.
Man, it's good.
Game.
You know what? And then the pass rush.
See, this is what I'm talking about when people keep trying to talk about how weak the secondary is. Where is it weak? You look at one guy in the secondary, decide the whole secondary is weak? And I'm sorry, K'Wan Williams is not a bad interior. K'Wan can play. His percentages speak for themselves. But anybody who looks at Richard Sherman on one side of the field and Jason Verrett on the other side of the field and says that secondary is weak, they're either blind or putting too much sugar in the cereal. That don't make no sense to me at all. And because Jimmy Ward's back there, you think the whole secondary is weak? That's a foolish conclusion. So that's why I'm saying.
Hey, it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be fun to watch. I'm going to go to one of the training camps on one of these days here. I just haven't figured out which day, but I'm going to go to one of them, and I want to go see it firsthand for myself. I'm pretty excited. I can't wait for the season to start.
It's going to be interesting. Maybe when they say the secondary is week, they mean we don't have no bench. And if that's the case, okay, I can see a little bit. But Ahkello Witherspoon, I got a feeling we'll see in a few weeks. I got a feeling that's not the same Ahkello Witherspoon. We got rid of Jeff Hafley, one of the worst coaches in coaching history, and we picked up Joe Woods. I think that's going to make a huge difference. I don't want to see guys pointing at each other and wondering what the hell's going on. They're not supposed to be doing that unless they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing during the week. We'll see.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait. I tell you.
JT,
Yep.
I'm going to go, JT. But listen, I tell you what, I'll be back tomorrow night. You can finish up with anything else. Go ahead, finish that though. What were you going to say?
No, I was just gonna let everybody, I think that's all I had to say. Niner Empire, we're gonna whoop some ass. I just say 13, 12 or better. That's what I'm gonna say. You heard 12 or better.
There you go. JT throws his hat in the ring with 12. All right, JT. I'm glad we finally caught up with you. I thought we were gonna get no JT tonight. I'll see you tomorrow, fam.
All right, Ronbo, you take care. Niner Empire.
Yeah, you too. And Quentin Hunter, thank you, fam. I saw you earlier in the comments. I meant to get back to you. Thanks, fam. Jay Robertson, Jersey in the house. What's up? Kenny Powers. What's up, Kenny? Isaac Page. Yes. Perry E. Howard. John Wilson. He's I'm a Niner ready boy. It's our season. Let's go Niners. Adrian Gutierrez. Happy Sunday, everybody. D'Angelo Mosley. Niners. T-Red. Very big shout out from Columbus, Ohio. Whoa, T-Red. What's up, fam? Thank you for coming back tonight. Oh, yeah. I tried not to ever miss a Sunday. Antonio McCoy. What's up, fam? Isaac Page says, hey, do you see Goodwin getting 1,000 plus yards with a full season with Jimmy G? He almost got 1,000 yards with 5 games with Jimmy G. We'll see. Also, makes sense. 49 Empire Familia. We are coming. And makes sense also says to all non-believers, wait a little bit longer and all of your mouths will be shut. I like that. Kind of reminds you at the end of every Transformer movie, the Optimus Prime. To all those who would harm the earth, we are here. Oh, Daniel Otter says, when we're good, we win those East Coast games on the road. That's true. Harbaugh had no problem with that, did he? You don't remember that? I always think about that, but that was a long time ago. Mike Vick Jr., Goodwin is nasty, deep, though a little fast, strong wide receiver. Kind of reminds you of Jacoby Ford or Jahavid Best. I know, Marquise, something else I noticed about Marquise. He's got an attitude this year. He's saying all the right things. He's being real humble. You remember Marquise? He talked about we're going to use him in a different role. He's going to be doing this and that. And they asked Marquise how he felt about that. He said, man, I ain't about no ego, man. I'm here for the 49ers. But in the back of his mind, I think Marquise is thinking, yeah, well, I ain't nobody going to just take anything from me. I've been out there starring when I was right. I'm going to get back to it. I got my guy back out there quarterbacking. Keep an eye on Marquise Goodwin. It may not be so easy for anybody to take him off the field. Thomas Kelly, what's up? Chris Wall says, I haven't been on in a long time, but it feels good to be back. 2 kids now keeps me very busy, and it's hard to catch you live. I'm going to be cleaning house while listening. Chris, what a night. Chris, you're a good husband, man. Cleaning house, doing all your chores, making wifey smile, keeping the kids. Come on. That's a juggling act, man. I am impressed. Mike Vick Jr., I want to see our 49ers run some Wildcat offense. Ooh. Wildcat offense this offseason. This year with the running backs week. Do you know Jeremy McKinnon Jarek used to be a quarterback. He used to be Matt Breida's quarterback. Can you imagine? Do you know how teams we confuse? Jarek would have the option. Breida spreads to the right. Just a smoke screen, a smoke shot, right? Or the option is there for McKinnon to take off, depending on what the offensive line does. You're interested. Snap, Pagey. We going to beat them Saints. I'm going to be there. Go Niners. And the 49ers, that's true, Ronbo. Aaron goes deep all the time. T. Moore should show up. Telling you, man, if Aaron comes out there thinking he's going to air that ball out all day, he's got a surprise coming. He knows better than that, though. This ain't 2014, 2013, 20 nothing like. We got his butt beat then trying to air the ball out. So that was when Harbaugh was kicking his butt. Joshua Woodard, thanks, Josh. Love Ronbo Sports, 49 Empire for life. Corey McGlinty, aloha from across California. Hey, aloha, Corey. Hey, loose bra. He says, got you on my 65-inch TV looking good, all flamed up, Niners. Love you, fam. Fam, hey, I'm going to roll and look forward to Monday night like we like to do. Have a great night, fam. And don't forget that like. You know I was going to say it. Elisa, I bet she's probably going to sleep now, isn't she?